like that shit, feel like that shit, feel like that shit, feel like that shit. Go. Go. Feel like that shit. Go. Feel like that shit, feel like that shit, feel like that shit, feel like that shit. Go. Feel like that shit. Go. Like that shit, feel like shit, feel like shit, feel like that shit. Like that shit. Like that shit. Go. Go. Feel like that shit. Go. Go. Feel like that shit. Go. Go. Feel like that shit. Go. Feel like that shit. Feel like that shit. Feel like that shit. Feel like that.
The fuck is going on with my mic here? Man, what the hell, my video here? Give me 1 second. Been a minute since I started up this session on Streamlabs. Let me get my camera. Oh, damn, got my wrong camera here. Which camera do I want to go with? I think I'll go with the top view. How about that? Yeah, the top view. Here we are. Yeah, top view. I like that. That's cool. All right, cool. And I think I'll go with I'll leave the squares here. What is it? Saturday night, Saturday evening? Let me grab a beer here. Let me go with the square view. It's top view. Get me a circle here. Yeah, how about that? Nah, maybe something smaller. Yeah, that's cool. All right, good evening. Saturday evening. Shit, what's going on here? I think I'll go to the beer and well, the weed ain't gonna run up. The beer mic. What's up, Dane Nixon? John, yeah, they're just right. You're right. It's not a black owned. I should have rephrased that. It's one of these black centric, poverty centric type organizations. Yeah, I actually showed the CEO right there during the stream, but it is kind of marketed as some type of black focused organization, and I think that is kind of how they've tried to position themselves, helping out poor minorities and stuff like that. Yeah, I misspoke about that, but I did show the CEO, so I wasn't trying to hide anything from you there. So a couple things I saw of interest. How many people, I know you've all heard of Doge. Everyone's heard of Doge. So I don't have to, let me move my camera over a little bit just in case I rock out of that direction. Usually I rock this way. Yeah, I think everyone's heard of Doge. It's not a problem. But I bet most people don't know that Doge was created by Obama, right? And so we'll show you some of the, we'll start there, a little politics to start it off with. And let me see if I can pull it up on the screen here. Yeah, here it is. All right, cool. And so here's an article here talking about Musk's termination. You know what, better yet, before I get to that, I'm going to share with you this. And here's a guy named Mikey Dickerson. I want you to look at his name here. He was the first administrator of the United States Digital Service, which is now Doge. And he left Google in 2013 to join the healthcare.gov. That's Obamacare, by the way. Rescue team. He's been named one of Fast Company's most creative people, blah, blah, blah. And this goes on to talk about his first day one. And again, you can kind of see here what if you can see the pattern here, what's happening here is that this guy left Google to go work for Obama to rescue healthcare.gov at an organization within the government called the USDS, Digital Services. And that D now stands for Doge, right? So, you knew that, dang. I did not know that up until Recently, I read this. Here's an article: Musk sends termination notice to dozens of workers at U.S. Digital Services Office. The pre-existing Doge replaced. Quickly, just for clarity here, narrative engineers from Reuters are kicking up dust about Elon firing a dozen members of USDS. However, what Reuters does not say is that USDS is an agency bill that was renamed Doge during the Trump executive order, and it was an organization created by Obama. Who knew that all of this power, as U.S. Digital Services hereby publicly renamed as the Doge service? So it's just a renaming of a service of an organization that already existed. I did not know that until I read this article. And so you can kind of see like the criticism of this Doge organization is kind of fake there. You know, this organization existed for quite a while here, and yet the news is acting like it is something brand new here. Anyways, it just kind of shows you the propaganda of the media. And I wasn't even sharing that with you. Here it is, Doge here, Elon Musk on the front. And back to what I was reading here. The United States Digital Services hereby publicly renamed as the Doge service, USDS. So Trump left the acronyms in place, but he just changed it from Doge, from digital to Doge. But within that lies all of the power to go throughout, to have access to all these technical agencies, all these federal organizations. They're technical, and they're technical IT, their infrastructure here. And I think that's why Elon has these people so afraid of what's going on there. And so it's very interesting. Elon Musk, with the power of something Obama created, has been able to kind of shake up Washington, D.C. And some of the things that are interesting coming out of D.C. One of the things I want to talk about is real estate. I mentioned that there were a couple of houses directly across the street and on the same block as a couple of my houses. And I mean, they're not selling, bro. They're not selling. And maybe they're overpriced. I'm not sure, but they're about $800,000 or so. I think one is right at $1 million, and they've been sitting there for quite a while now. And these are renovated houses, and a lot of people speculate that, you know, with Trump cutting a lot of the fat from these organizations, could be affecting DC's real estate market. So we will see here. And I want to get into that. Let me see. Give me 1 second. All right, go ahead. Got a call. All right, yeah, I want to get into that. Let's see. I have a couple articles I want to share with you. Give me 1 second. It's been quite a week. I found some footage in my phone, and I may share that at some point. I may share that. Okay, yeah. Let me find this article for you. I talked about them power. We talked about Trump speaking to Indians. Let's see. I think maybe in my Twitter feed. You know what I'm saying? But you know, I had long wondered. I'm like, how in the hell these government workers, these people that don't make a lot of money, yet they seemingly have a lot of fucking money? And Elon Musk is even mentioned that. Yeah, I think he mentioned that in the White House. And I think you're starting to see that with Trump cutting the purse strings, you're going to start to see a lot of these government workers were swimming naked here. You know, they were living above their heads. Maybe they were making money somehow from some government grip. I was reading about Maxine Waters was paying her daughter about $100,000 a year for whatever she's doing. I'm not quite sure. But Maxine Waters' daughter couldn't make that kind of money. Here's an example of some of the tweets coming out. This is from Mike Cernovich, kind of like a DC guy. How about I tell this one? And so he's saying there, let me share that. I'm in a melancholy mood here today. So Mike Cernovich here, he's saying the possibly rich liberal lifestyle of DC liberals funded to you by the taxpayer without your consent or approval. This is how they live, and the receipts prove it. USAID, the NEA, other taxpayer-funded programs issue billions of dollars in grants. Yeah, that's true. And each of them, these people work at these nonprofits, pay them $300 or more. Married couple taking these $750,000 together, and often much more. You know, I talked about a buddy of mine, his wife, that works in one of these sectors, and she feels like that, or they feel like that, you know, the noose is tightening a bit. If they want a free ski vacation where there's a conference being held annually, yep, that's true. That's how it works. The nonprofit will, of course, fly them there and provide accommodations. Every meal is, of course, nonprofit related. You've even seen the politicians here in America going to Africa. And it's the same kind of scheme that they're running. Itching for a trip to Switzerland or Paris, yep, same deal. Right now, I think Lindsey Graham and all those guys in Munich or something, these are all like grifter conventions and stuff like that. And then Nipper Baby started a conference organizing business, and they pay them from the nonprofit. Yep. And on it goes. And you can see this tweet here. I'll put this in the chat if you're more interested in seeing all of this stuff. But I've seen all of this, and you're just like, damn, how the hell these people get so rich? And this is it. Like, there's a layer for everything, and their family members and friends often make up these layers. And it looks like he has kind of a layout of how the money is being spent here. I'm not sure what organization this is. Let's see what organization this is before. So here's some salaries. Just looks like nonprofits here. Let's just take a look. Mike 123, what's up? And so you see the salaries here. These nonprofits, 1,500,000, 400. These are just and it's only on. I told you that in DC here at Black Lives Matter Plaza. The only reason I think they were able to do that is because it's all nonprofits.
Hey, what's up, John?
Hey, what's up, man? How's it going?
Oh, pretty good. Doing all right tonight?
Every day is a good day, man. As long as you're alive, you're head above water.
Yeah, I was watching your video the other day about the deceased guy.
What'd you think about it?
Yeah, man. I think you should have scaled back a little bit when you was talking to the detective.
Yeah,
because you kind of
right. I probably put on a little bit for the for the context, for the content, I guess you could say. But you're definitely right.
Yeah, but other than that, you handled it like a G, man.
I know I ain't doing anything wrong. You know what I mean? Not that matters. Motherfucker will frame your ass.
No, that's facts. That's facts. And you out there in Washington too, man. Hey, that's facts.
Yeah, I was more concerned about the young boy. As you can see, the young boy didn't have to mention.
Yeah, he was delusional or something, man. If I was you, I'd stay away from him.
Now you're a good young man. This is a good time. I guess I'll tell you something that.
No, he violated the code, man. He should never gave your number out, bro.
But hey, he's a young man. Don't know any better. But what's interesting about the young man? I don't know if you heard one of the calls. I think I have a call. I got it recorded. He's a very skilled mechanic, and you listen to him. The man's got a lot of confidence.
Yeah, I get to John, man, but that guy, he violated the code, giving the people your number, bro.
I'm a street guy, so I don't hold him to that kind of shit. But anyway, the bigger point I wanted to run past you, you and the people in the chat here, he did what he didn't have to do, clean up shit from a man that wasn't able to clean up behind himself. So I can respect that. I respect it real hard. A lot of people wouldn't do that shit, even if they had the shit. They just be complaining, but wouldn't do it themselves. He did. I respect that. And so he came to me and he said, man, I'm a mechanic. And he works at an Air Force base right around the corner. And he fixes all the, heavy machinery, trucks, big diesel trucks, tanks, whatever the fuck they got, or the helicopters. He said he worked on it all.
Yeah, I feel you, John.
So I'm my mind's spinning.
Oh yeah. Now I watch you every day, bro.
Yo, I got you right. So this nigga come to me like he a mechanic. I'm like, And you may remember I had this stream with who was it? Grace Stewart.
Oh, Grace Stewart. Yeah.
They came
with Ben. Hey, ain't that guy named Ben or something?
One of my properties, you know what I'm saying? And I got a finished carpenter working on one side. I got a garage, so the finished carpenter rents out one side of the garage, and here comes a guy say he's a mechanic. He living in my house. It seemed like I ain't like what he did, but he didn't know any better. Young boy, but he got a skill like a motherfucker, a real serious skill. And I got property where he can really get busy back there working on cars, have a business of his own. So I showed him the garage. And he said, yo, man, I'm interested, man. I can make some money back here working on cars.
Oh, yeah.
See, a
Look,
real serious mechanic, you know what I'm saying? Got tools and everything. I'm like, ooh. You know what I'm saying? Like, this might be another play for me right here. I haven't figured out what I was gonna do with the other side of the garage, and now I may have another little businessman. So you know, it all works out. And he pays his rent.
oh, that's what's up.
On top,
As long as you get yours, you know, that's all that matters at the end of the day.
yeah, he ain't no street nigga, so you can't hold him by those codes. You know what I mean?
Yep, I feel you. But it was just messed up how Playboy gave him your number like that. I found a problem with that.
Yeah, man. You know what's so crazy, man? I'm gonna show y'all this shit. And normally I don't show shit like this. But I was talking to him, God damn, man, what the fuck, man? I know that. You know I can show this shit. So I was just going back. I remembered something, and it was in the basement. Some shit that happened a long time ago. I said, "Oh shit!" And so I was thinking about you know, I was telling my lady about this shit. You know, everything happening. You know, that happened and shit. And she like, "Oh shit!" It's always some shit. And I remember telling her, "I'm gonna show you something." Let me see. Wait a minute. This ain't. Let me. I got two videos I want to share with you. Man, you might remember this. Give me a sec. I'm just downloading both of them.
Oh yeah, I feel that. Have them people hit you up lately?
Man, you know what's crazy? None of his family. No, hell no, police. But none of his family even called me, bro. You know what I'm saying? The last person that died, his family called.
Because I remember when he called in and asking you for the Airbnb.
You know, I remember that shit too.
Yeah, I remember that call when you had with him. He said he was happy to be a black landlord.
Around his own people. Man, you know what's so interesting, bro? Like, let's see. Let me pull this shit up. Oh, that's the wrong one. Yeah, my bad. I probably shouldn't even show this. Motherfucker probably better tomorrow. I'd be like, I shouldn't have showed this shit. It's a circle of
John. Hey, John. Real quick, I think you, like those couple of videos you showed of the deceased guy. I think you should take it down, bro.
Oh yeah, we took it down.
Okay.
Yeah, we took it down. Let me see if I can show you this down. Oh, whatever the fuck it is, it's some encoded shit. Not that fuck I need. Man, I may have to play a little bit. Let me see. I really want to show this shit. Circle of life, people. Let's see. Give me 1 second. I can't fucking believe I can't show this shit. Video player for Google Drive. Does that work? Let me see.
Yeah, that was wild. I was like, man, like John, you always come with the content, bro.
Shit, you know, it's all organic, man. You know, God damn. I may have to play this shit from my phone. Y'all really want to see this? You want to see this? I'll let the audience in. I'll let the audience. We wait on the audience participation on that one. But I got a video, you know what I'm saying? That oh man, you know, shit. Where's my fucking phone? Oh, here's my phone. All right, what do you think? You think I should show this video?
Yeah, I think you should.
It ain't nothing naked or no dead bodies.
Yeah, as long as you don't show no face, John, you be good. Hey, wasn't his foot amputated or something?
Yeah, that's what they said. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's wild. But I still can't get over the fact, John. Man, I still can't get over. Youngsters should have knew better to give you information now.
Hell, man,
you don't violate the street code, John, man.
No better. Man, you know, as I say, man, it's the circle of life as a landlord sometimes, you know what I'm saying? You see some wild shit. And then sometimes you be like, you know, I thought about, you know what I thought about? And you know, I don't want you motherfuckers to say, "Well, you who the fuck you think you are?"
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like some people, John, hey, and that could have been a lesson for you. How he just gave your number out. Maybe you need to move on from him. You know, everybody that seemed good ain't good, bro.
He just ain't that, you know. came with that shit like that. Let me share something with you, man. This happened to me years ago, man. You know, I share some things. Let me see. You know, I thought about this shit and what the fuck am I? Oh, window. I need to share. This was is it Windows? Is it window? Entire screen? What is it? Window? Is it this one? Yeah. Let me see. Let me make sure it's this.
Okay. Oh, what is this, y'all?
I'm about to play it. Give me 1 second.
Okay.
Yeah, I think I can play it. Let me see. Oh shit. Oh, council. Oh. All right, give me 1 minute. I'm about to play it. Okay. Here it is. I'll play this one first.
Okay.
All right.
Hey, John, I'm gonna mute up real quick while you play that.
Yeah, you see that basement? My motherfucking kids in there. Getting there. This is the basement the nigga died in before he died. This is before you moved in.
Yeah, that's wild. Hey, John, how long did he rent from you?
Well, he wasn't there but a month.
Cause I remember the call. I remember the call. Like that's crazy. He was on dial. He was a young guy.
Yeah, and then here's my daughter. She's cleaning up the bathroom where the guy was where he eventually stayed. They could have walked in that motherfucker and with me.
Yeah. I get what you're saying, John.
So I was talking to my lady. I was like, I was telling the shit that happened. And I was like, damn. What did the kids walk in? What should we tell the kids? Should I tell the kids? I be want to keep it real, nigga. And she be like, I don't tell the kids no shit about no fucking deal. I be want to show it to the motherfucker. Look at this shit I just walked up on, right? And
Yeah, man, that's wild.
Yeah, that shit. Circle of life though. Mm-hmm. Shit, it make you fucking enjoy it. Appreciate the life that you're living. You know what I'm saying? You see some shit like that motherfucker with his foot off, and he say, man, like it's just a blessing and shit like that. Really make you appreciate life, bro.
Oh yeah, no, that's facts. That's fact. I couldn't imagine being that young with them type of problems.
35, bro.
That's wild.
Mm-hmm.
You gotta take care of yourself. That's why I tell everybody, man, take care of yourself.
Mm-hmm. Man, that was something, man. That shit's still in my head to this day. I ain't gonna lie to you. This shit's still in my head. Yeah, man.
I know it stuck to you, man. Cause I seen that, man. You ain't got to tell me. I just think that you shouldn't say too much more, man.
Yeah, it was the one word that nigga said when you like, bro, you know what I'm saying? All utility Wi-Fi. He like, but the movement. It's just something about, like, I ain't gonna complain. And the way he said I ain't gonna complain, that when I listen back to it, I've listened back to the call a couple of times. I'm like, oh, that shit hurt right there. It not hurt, but it hit because as bad as his situation was, he wouldn't live much longer after that. And he said, I ain't gonna complain, and he stretched out the word complain. And I remember that specific piece of the conversation. I can't get that shit out of my head.
Oh yeah, that's crazy.
I'm over this motherfucker drinking Coors Light tonight. Motherfucker had the milk.
This is my first weekend off, John. Man, this is my first weekend off in like a month and a half. So I'm just enjoying myself out here in New Orleans.
Is that where you live? You live in New Orleans?
No, I'm from Texas. I'm from Dallas, Texas.
Oh, okay. I've been in Dallas before.
Hey, Miss Portia, Miss Portia, yeah. I done been on her karaoke before.
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, HB2N and all. Yeah, I done joined it live a few times. Stanley and all that.
Yeah, I remember your name. Shit, I remember you. Yeah, I think you've been up here when I was up here. I've been a
Oh
couple
no.
ways to Dallas, man. Where did I go? Dallas.
Hey John, you gotta come to Dallas, man.
Down there, motherfucker. Yeah, I've been down there.
Have you been there before?
Couple times, twice. I used to have a real good friend, man. You know
Hey,
what's
we
so crazy?
gotta. Yeah, I gotta. Hey, whenever you down here, just let me know. I can show you around.
Man, let me tell you a funny story, bro. You ain't gonna believe this. Nigga, I was a real good friend with a nigga for a long time, man. Real good friend with a nigga from college. Real good friend. Never really had a problem with the nigga. You know what I'm saying? He kind of, wasn't that bright, wasn't that intelligent, but nevertheless, we remained good friends. Your nigga went to college, still living home with his mama at 50. That kind of nigga. Ain't nothing wrong with that. I'm just saying, I'm just giving you laying the land. And man, like when Trump won the election, man, like I never talked to the nigga again. Never ever. Not one time ever after that election. Never talked to the nigga again. Can you believe that shit?
No, that's wild. And you know the crazy thing, John, I started watching your channel when you was over there on CT channel.
Yeah.
And when you started off, I was listening to you, and Miss Portia she's the one that got me to vote for Trump. Because I was listening and it started making sense. Like the Democrats keep you down, bro.
They all dirty, bro. But Trump, I honestly don't believe that he's either one of them. I believe he's just trying to do the best for. He's like a supersized me, in my opinion.
Yeah.
But I'm a common nigga. You know what I'm saying? I can go up in the world. I can go make a living software and shit. And I deal with real smart people when I work in software. Real smart people. But you don't really see the way of the world as it is as a landlord down in the streets when niggas. You see how many motherfuckers call me niggas selling food? I gotta call a nigga. That's food stand right now. And niggas selling food stand, hot shit. Nigga, I'm the new dope man. Not me, but the landlord is the new dope man in the blocks. Ain't no more dope on the street, so them motherfuckers gotta go to somebody to sell it. And just like the man said, he was so happy to get to hear a black man. It's the same way, with everything moving on the streets. Right, a lot of shit move on the streets and shit. A lot of this shit come to me first. That's just how it works.
Yeah, that's one.
I'm the landlord to these motherfuckers.
Urban landlord. Hey, y'all hit the like, subscribe, and leave a comment.
Matter of fact, let me call this nigga right now. What's your name? Was this a nigga?
Oh, you gonna call him live, John?
I call nigga.
Already, I'm gonna mute up.
Oh yeah. Yeah. I think it's the nigga. Maybe these niggas have a million phones. They call you from one, then they fucking text you from another one. Oh no, that's another motherfucker. What the fuck? The nigga, what's his name? Nigga called me early one morning, goddamn. I think this nigga. Yeah, this nigga. He called me early.
Yeah, I lost my phone, so leave me a message with your name and your number, and I'll get back with you.
I tell you, they always lose their motherfucking phone. Shit.
Yeah, you do say that, John.
Hey, man, the motherfucking phones is free, bro. This shit, they can afford to lose them. Oh, man. But yeah, so back to this DC, man. Like, yo, I've been telling y'all so long, and I'll be honest with you, I didn't even know the scale of how much corruption it's on my head. I know crack, like you didn't know that? Like I did not know, bro.
Yeah, you right there in the heart of it. That's crazy.
Yeah, let me show you some shit, man. Matter of fact, we're gonna go this. I showed y'all how Black Lives Matter was like a fake organization. And
yeah, everybody knew that. It just people just be acting, like they don't know Black Lives Matter. It was all a money grab.
And I'm gonna show you, like, again, I've shown this before, and I'm gonna show it to you again. Damn, let me see if I can find a map of this shit. Cause I went down there with Lisa, and I was like, man, this shit here, like, this ain't something ain't right.
Oh, Lisa, your old lady, right?
Yeah, I was like, something ain't right. This shit because it's let me see if I can find a map. Where the fuck is the map at? Damn, what a map. I'm using Brave and the fucking shit is a little different. This is a session. But anyway, so if you go down to like Black Lives Matter Plaza, it's like what the fuck is the maps on Brave? Let me just go Chrome. Fuck this shit. I can do Chrome for this. All right. Black Lives Matter. And I'm gonna kind of unwind what I think is like the whole scheme, like with Trump unveiling all this shit that's going on. Like, and I've shown you this before, and this is enough for you to see right here. All right, cool. All right, and let me go to StreamYard. Let's see. You know, before I even get to that, man, you know, did you see my stream today about and I mentioned like foreign professors? Did you see my stream? Anyone see my stream about that?
Oh yeah, I saw that earlier.
And you know, we saw Trump, and maybe it was theater, maybe he really couldn't understand what the man was saying. But he told the Indian, like, yo, bro, I can't fucking understand what you're saying. Right? Did anyone see that? About Trump? Or was it Trump with the Indian guy? Right? I know we all saw that.
Yeah.
Right? And so then at some point he had to get a translator to fucking translate English to English. Somebody, Jewel, of course, said she saw. And so before
real quick. My bad to cut you off.
That's no problem.
You know, the thing that gets to me the most is people get in these comment sections and they just go off. Why don't they just join the panel, bro? It's easier to talk than text.
I ain't gonna be the most. Some people don't want to be on the panel. I understand.
But you don't have to show your face.
Yeah, that's true. That's very true. But you know, some people maybe not like public speaking or anything like that, so we'll give them a pass. But anyway, so that whole shit got me thinking, man. Like, let me cut this broadcast shit off. Just take up my space. That whole shit got me thinking, like, you know, that's my screen. That whole shit got me thinking, you know, it's like, how many Americans have encountered these Indian-speaking professors, and these people are smart enough to pass the class, but they can't fucking understand what the professor is saying. And
that's the stuff I don't agree with.
And they're not self-assured of themselves like Trump is. They don't have the facilities to have an interpreter to go English to English, right? And you know, and I showed this in the earlier stream, and most of you have probably seen this, but listen to this.
Do you think that should continue here in the US as well?
You're gonna have to go louder.
Mr. President, people in India would be welcoming your decision to extradite Tahabur Rana to.
I can't understand a word he's saying.
And so, you know, the first thing I want to say is here, like, I work with a lot of Indians in corporate America, bro. I'll be honest with you. And I wish I'd call my buddy Felipe up. He'll tell you the same shit. These motherfuckers be talking real low. And you be like, damn, are they, you know, and are they talking low because they can't fucking understand? They you know, they don't feel comfortable enough to speak loudly because they don't speak English very well, or they don't know what the fuck they're talking about. And so they're speaking very low. And you hear this guy, Trump, is saying, hey, you need to raise your tone of voice, man, so I can hear what the fuck you're saying.
May I, sir?
Yeah, that's facts. And see, that's what pissing me off about that guy Stanley. You know, he get up here with all this anti-Trump stuff, but low key, I think Stanley is a Republican.
Man, you know, I think regardless of what he is, I think there's some blind spots that he doesn't see. You understand? Like, you know, and I mentioned it from the standpoint of his own son. Here's Trump.
Yeah, I don't want to talk about the man's son, but I'm talking about him. Like Stanley,
I'm not talking about his son. What I'm saying is, I'm putting it in a frame that he would understand that he might care more so about. He may not. He don't have to deal with no fucking Indians, right?
No, that's facts. And I was just reading the comment that he said in the section over there.
But his son does, and I wanted to give him advice for his son, right? This ain't negative Indian, pro-Indian or nothing. But I've dealt with Indians, and I've been pretty self-assured of myself most of my career, but in some cases I wasn't. And you're hesitant to ask the Indian, hey man, what did you just say? Are you sure you want me to do it this way? And you know, there's gaps there because you don't want to ask him to repeat himself, and you damn sure don't have the wherewithal to do this.
Say about the Bangladesh issue, because we saw, and it is evident that how the deep state of United States was involved to regime change during the Biden administration. And then Muhammad Yunus made Junior Soros.
That right there.
Yeah, that look. He didn't even move his mouth to me.
Well, there's a reporter in the audience asking Trump a question in English. And the man right here.
What's his name? Mungai or something shit?
This is Modi. The question is to Trump from a reporter in English. This guy right here is repeating the question back.
Oh, the translator.
Clearer English. No, he's not translating shit. He's repeating the question back in clearer English to Trump. Again, I'm going to let you hear it. Listen.
Say about the Bangladesh issue, because we saw, and it is evident that how the deep state of United States was involved to regime change during the Biden.
So he's speaking English to Trump from the man who is also speaking English, but with a deep, thick foreign accent.
Yeah, I get you.
Foreign Indian accent to this guy, clear or clearer in English accent to this guy. So they're all speaking English, but they just got to go through this guy to speak to this guy.
Yeah, it's almost like a translator.
Yeah, but the translator is speaking the same fucking language.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Now, imagine you're a college student and you got one of these motherfuckers, like you got one of these motherfuckers. I mean, you're not gonna be able to figure out what the fuck they're saying, right? Like, you're not gonna figure out what this guy's saying. Hell no. This guy, hell no. Right? You're not gonna understand what the fuck they're saying. This guy, hell no. Him, maybe. Right? Definitely, maybe. Like,
yeah, I don't think none of them tell you the truth.
Maybe some of you will understand, but a lot of these people you're gonna have a very difficult time understanding. And if you're trying to learn basically a second language, which is software, trying to learn it from someone whose first language is not even English, bro, you're gonna have a hard way to go. And you're gonna start doubting yourself. Well, what is the point? My point is that we had Donald Trump having to have a interpreter from one Indian speaking English to another Indian to Donald Trump. Imagine that is taking place in college campuses all across America. Sam I Am jumped up here and he said he faced the same experience, except for he didn't have a man like Trump had to mitigate this conversation. This is American Man. If you're joining late, here's an English reporter, an Indian reporter asking Trump a question in English, and a middleman here has to translate it and take out the thick accent and give it to Trump.
Say about the Bangladesh issue, because we saw, and it is evident that how the deep state of United States was involved to regime change during the Biden administration. And then Muhammad Yunus made Junior Soros also. So what is your point of view about the Bangladesh?
What is the role that the deep state played in the situation in Bangladesh?
Well, there was no role for our deep state. It was.
And it's the question is not the point. The answer is not the point. The bigger point I'm making is that, like, a lot of American students are facing that same situation, bro, in colleges all across America. And they're doubting themselves, thinking that, damn, I'm not smart enough to figure this computer science shit out. And so we end up with a quote unquote shortage. So now we got to go get these guys as professors as well as H-1Bs. And our students can't fucking understand what these people saying. Trump can understand, but he had the wherewithal to get an interpreter
Yeah, I was just gonna say that Trump didn't know what the fuck he was saying.
What the fuck he was saying? They think that had to be one of the best speaking people, because he wouldn't be a reporter not being able to speak English well, and you can't fucking understand.
I barely understood what the hell he was saying.
Understand what the motherfucker saying? Man, I've worked with these people for years, man. You can't fucking understand what the fuck they're saying, right? You can't understand it, right? Man, write it down for me. Send me an email. But what the problem is, once they get in charge, you're gonna have to figure out what the fuck they're saying. And that's one of the reasons, bro, like, I don't even want to do software. It doesn't even interest me anymore. Yeah,
See, that's the type of stuff that pisses me off. Like, these people shouldn't even be in charge.
But they are. I was in the Uber the other day, man. The conversation's up on the stream. The guy said he had a software degree. I said, really? I said, okay, what kind of software you did back in Bangladesh? He says, Excel and Microsoft Word. I said, nigga, that ain't software. Nigga, that's you using software, right? You're not making any software, you're just using it. And, I don't know. I just think the whole shit is being gamed, and, Americans, really don't see, like, really what's going on here. So that's kind of my thoughts about it. Anyway, I wanted to talk about some DC real estate here.
Hey, John, I got a question for you. Have you re-rented that one room app?
Which one?
The one Playboy died in?
No, man. No. My buddy's coming in town in about a week or so from now. 2 weeks. And we might do something, make it fly. He was kind of an interim, like I'm gonna let him stay there, then, because I want to do something a little bit nicer. But he came on, and I just let him rent it. Hey, man, let me ask you this: what did you think about the Super Bowl halftime? And I know it's kind of stale now.
That kind of, it was the Super Bowl halftime to me was lame. It was low energy. I think the microphone wasn't working for him all the way. I think they really could have picked somebody better than him.
I don't really have a comment on who they should have picked. I do think it was a little low energy. I will agree with you there. Did you see this Kid Rock interview?
Oh, no, I haven't saw that.
Yeah, it's very interesting. Kim Wade just texted me. Y'all remember Kim Wade, right? Kim Wade, the guy running for mayor in Jackson, Mississippi. And he just said he saw the YouTube stream. What did the guy die of? He asked me, what did the guy die of? Man, we got to call Kim Wade as it gets closer to the election now. What was I saying? Oh, Kid Rock. Yeah. So, yeah, I've been saying that for Black people to admit this whole Kendrick Lamar thing, it was more than music. And I'm not saying they're right or they're wrong. I'm just saying I'm acknowledging what what was happening down on the streets. At the high level, yeah, it's just music. He won a Grammy, boom, 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 right? It's great, right? But I think, and I say that they not like us is like a war chant, right? Like, once you define the enemy, they, right? And you define who's gonna be the opposition to them, us, right? And you got the battlefield more or less, got the chess pieces in play in your mind, right? And so you listen to what Kid Rock is saying here, right? Listen to this.
This was the epitome of DEI. Like, this was the epitome of DEI blowing up. Because, the NFL was all this DEI and racism, all this stuff. They got Jay-Z in there booking this. And, like, Kendrick Lamar goes out there and basically turns DEI into an IED. It's like, it's all Black people, or all people of color, speaking to his crowd in the hood, Black people. It was like the most non-exclusive, or the most exclusive thing ever. And I'm like, fuck yeah, that's awesome. I'm laughing my ass off.
And nigga didn't know how to take that. You understand? Like these more, as he said, DEI is turning into an IED. Every plane crash, every this, every that. People are looking around like, was DEI the cause of this shit?
This was the epitome.
And again, I think it's a weapon that's going to be turned against them, right? The DEI. Like people ultimately, I was on a panel, man, the other day. Motherfucker was talking about is the meritocracy dead in the mirror? How the fuck can the meritocracy ever end? Like people want the best of certain things, healthcare, food, legal representation, airplanes flying, like, and what you say, it was a region CKJ. Again, tell me what he said that was wrong then, CKJP. What did he say was wrong?
This was the epitome of DEI. Like this was the epitome of DEI blowing up. Because, the NFL was all this DEI and racism, all this stuff. They got Jay-Z in there booking this, and like Kendrick Lamar goes out there and basically turns DEI into an IED. It's like, it's all black people, or all people of color, speaking to his crowd.
Ain't nobody boring what he's saying. Who is this? Bill Maher? Who the fuck is this? Bill Maher? He can't even refute it. Not even some smart aleck ass retort to change the conversation. Man, keep
Proud in the hood, black people. It was like
in the hood, black people. He defining the audience.
The most non-exclusive.
Nobody's trying to shut him up. Nobody's trying to laugh him off. Nobody's saying anything. They just letting him roll.
Or the most exclusive thing ever. And I'm like,
on,
fuck yeah.
Roll on, white man.
That's awesome. I'm laughing my ass off.
Look at it. He nods his head and says, yeah, you're right. And the crowd is clapping. What do you think they're clapping for? I'm just curious. Why do you think they're clapping for that shit? What he just said. Motherfuckers that think that Kendrick Lamar was a beautiful thing. Why was he clapping? Why was the crowd clapping? Why didn't Bill Maher have some liberal fucking retort when this white man is going on? It's a beautiful thing. He turned that shit into IED.
It's like, it's all black people.
All blacks.
Or all people of color. Speaking to his crowd in the hood, black people.
Hood niggas. That in actuality, them niggas don't really live in the hood no more. They got money. They moved the fuck out of the hood, but talking back to them. Just like Gilly's son did. We all know how they turned out.
It was like the most non-exclusive or the most exclusive thing ever. And I'm like, fuck yeah, that's awesome. I'm laughing my ass off.
There you go. Yeah. He's sitting here laughing his ass off at DIE exploding in on himself. And so for the CKJ3s of the world, they're saying, hey, it's a great performance. How do you retort what he's saying there? And how do you retort that? I'm not a music fan like that. What do you say? Portion anything for the best people on these. What is CKJ3 saying? Now, I'm just curious how do you retort what the guy's saying here? He's feeling like he's saying that the Super Bowl show was a bust. And DIE was, hey, was the cause of all that. I'm curious to know what CKJ3 thinks. Give me 1 second. I these fucking texts beeping in my head here. Man say, hey man, all this shit going on in DC, I'm thinking about getting me a concealed carry. He said, do you mind if I give me a gun? Who you gonna shoot, young nigga? Who you afraid of? Hey, what's up, America, man? What's up, man? What's going on? Did my volume go up?
Hey, John, can you hear me?
Yeah, what's up, man? What's going on?
The boogeyman is here, guys. The boogeyman is here.
I ain't no boogeyman.
The question I have for you, John, is
Yeah.
Which side are you on?
What are you talking about here?
You didn't. Oh, you didn't see the old white people with their Negro spirituals singing to you niggas?
Where?
Telling you niggas to make sure that you bow down to the Democrats forever.
No, they had some white people out there singing the Negro anthem.
Yeah, they were white, a whole bunch of white people out there. Said, "With ask Stanley, Stanley, no, that's his people."
He
Which
probably
side are you on?
Hey, wasn't that Kid Rock you had up there? John Galt? Was that, that was Kid Rock?
Yeah, it was.
And what was he talking about?
Goddamn, 12 man! I played this shit like 3 times. He was saying basically, you know, the blacks basically took over the Super Bowl, and it was a dud. And he said, you know, more power to you. You know, if you want to have black exclusive events, you know, I think they're cracking the, as they say, what is it in politics, the Overton window. And you keep making it acceptable to have race-only events where clearly the Hispanics will walk right through that door. And as the country gets more and more tribalized or balkanized, then every group will be comfortable in having their own little exclusionary groups. You've seen that with that, right? So that's kind of what Kid Rock is saying. Hey, you know, speaking of that American man, let me ask you this: you came in singing the Negro national anthem. Is that what you were singing?
I don't know. That's some bullshit that some white woman was singing. You know
what? Let me ask you this, because I know you're Jamaican heritage background, whatever. I know you're an American man.
I'm Jamaican. Is that the stupidness you just set out your pie hole?
You know what I mean? You heritage or whatever. You know, like don't hold me specifically, but you know what you mean. Like you have Jamaican background.
Just let you babble anything for your audience, whether it's true or untrue.
But you have Jamaican background, correct?
No,
right?
Incorrect.
I thought you had Caribbean background or something.
Incorrect, sir. I'm an American.
Okay, all right, fair enough. Anyway, but you know, so my question would be,
Stanley, you could hit the link, sir. No one's afraid of you, big.
My question would be,
big gay Stanley. No one's afraid of you.
My question is, and it's not to just, well, it's really kind of any Jamaican, Caribbean, African. Do you sing the black Negro, the black national? Is that your song too? Have you adopted that song? If you're a Caribbean or if you are African, does that song resonate with you the same as it does apparently with black people?
Well, apparently it resonates with white people because it was a white woman singing it.
Well, okay, fair
apparently
enough.
It resonates with white people.
Well, yeah, I mean,
we all come from some goddamn one. I mean, some bitch. Do we have to go over this over and over and over again?
Well, you know,
we're all from somewhere.
Yeah, that's true. We're all from somewhere, you know, but we're all somewhere at the same time, right? We're all here. And I think that is kind of the uniting thing as opposed to trying to figure out where we all came from 400 years ago and fight a turf battle over that, right? And, you know, I was on a panel and listened to some guys the other night, and these motherfuckers were going on and on and on, man. And I just was listening, like, really out of amazement about, like, who was here in this country first. I said, and I'm saying to myself, what the fuck does it matter? Like, and if it does matter, why can't you niggas just concede the point? Move on, move forward, right? Like, if you were here or not, if you were second in line or third in line or you were first, like, that was 400 years ago. Like, what are you doing now? And it just seemed to be, to me, a lot of time spent on looking back on shit. I don't know. What's up, Warren?
Good to see you. Good to see you. What I think he was trying to go ahead. I'm sorry, John.
No, I said, what's up, Warren?
Not much. I was just going to comment real quick regarding the Bill Maher show. I saw that particular segment, and I thought it was cool the way that he flipped DEI on its head. He said that Basically, all that we do is we bring out the best of the best, and they get along with each other. And guess what? They just happen to be all assortments of colors and nationalities. So what's the big deal? But that's what I got out of it.
Say that one more time.
Kid Rock was basically saying, "Look, I don't need to focus on color or nationality or whoop-de-whoop, as you guys say. I just focused on the best and the brightest, the best road crews, the most talented guitarists, drummers, and they just happen to be black, white, insert nationality here, and we all get along."
Yeah, I think that's what he's saying. And just to focus on race, when you put on to focus on one race, when you put on a performance to probably, I don't know, there's probably 15 different races and all, 15 different whatever ethnic groups, whatever the fuck these people are, whatever the fuck you classify. You know, as I said earlier, it's just a very myopic way of looking at the world. And that is why, you know, you see the same thing. I've told you a story about Friday Night Lights about a buddy of mine whose friend just couldn't write for a diverse audience. He spoke diversity. He wanted diversity because diversity meant black to him. But when it came down to do his job, they wanted you to speak to a diverse audience. And he couldn't write scripts to speak to diverse audiences. And, you know, that was his blind spot.
Hey, John, can I point something out real quick?
Yeah, I got something to show you too, by the way. Keep going.
You see, Pastor Manning said it. A lot of you niggas don't understand the world. Right? And that's the problem. Most of you niggas don't understand the world. And so as we watch Kendrick Lamar's performance and the blacks think that they had something going, here's the reality. It was no slight against Trump as they want you to believe it was.
Is that what you're saying? Slight against Trump? I didn't know that.
Here's what it was. And if you know, and I'm gonna give you guys a short history lesson. The Democrat Party made a deal a long time ago. Excuse me, the Republican Party made a deal a long time ago that they would let the blacks be enslaved by the Democrat Party if certain other things took place, which it did. And so because the blacks sat out Kamala Harris, because the blacks sat out the last election and did not come and vote for Kamala Harris, everyone had to try to placate to the blacks. And so the NBA, the NFL went and did that with this performance. They had to placate to the blacks to make sure that they stay on the Democratic plantation. This had nothing to do with Donald Trump.
I don't think it had anything to do with Trump. Is that what people are saying?
Well, of course, that's what the Negroes are saying. It's some anti-Trump and yada, 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 blah, blah, blah nonsense, right? But it's really about keeping most of you blacks on the plantation. That's what it's really about. Right? It's not about anything. And so now that the blacks feel like there's a revolution in the NFL is going to tell them, go vote Democrat. And the Negroes are going to go vote Democrat because the numbers are already out. Black males have voted for Trump at about 10% more, between 5 and 10% more. Black women voted their usual numbers, black women voted a lot less because a lot of them just sat out voting for Kamala Harris in general. And
you know
so
what I think,
hold on, let me finish. And so they're trying to get the blacks back on the plantation. And so they got white folks out there singing, "Which side are you on?" and they got Kendrick Lamar and Serena Williams, baboons. Serena Williams, the greatest tennis player of all time, looking like a baboon out there, crip walking across stage.
You know what? You know what I'm gonna say, American Man. Honestly, you see what's on the screen right here, right? See that on the screen?
I don't see what you have on the screen, but
you don't see that. You don't see that picture on the screen.
Well, I'm just trying to figure out why you're showing me this when we're talking about Kendrick Lamar.
We'll get there. Take a look at that picture. Tell me what you see.
Pipes.
Tell me what you see wrong there.
Cut pipes.
Is it cut? Look like somebody broke that motherfucker, huh?
I can't tell you whether it's broke or it's cut, sir.
But it's cut. It's disconnected. It was breaking the float, right? Of water, right? Right there. You see it, right? You see that, right?
I still again don't understand what that has to do with Kendrick Lamar.
Yeah, I get it. Did you see what's wrong?
But I understand why you do it. I understand why you do it.
You see what's wrong right there, right? You see what's wrong right there? You see what? And I'm bringing this up for a reason since you're up here. You see what's wrong right there?
What reason do you bring it up since I'm up here?
Could you fix that?
Kurt, I imagine he could. Of course he could.
Can you fix that?
He's a plumber, right?
Can you fix that? American Man, can you fix that?
Oh, of course I can. It's going to cost you, but I will.
I ain't expect you to do it for free. I ain't say, can you fix that for me for free? I said, can you fix that? Right? Man, you know how hard it'd be for me to find an American man around this motherfucker to fix that. You see that?
Let me tell you, J-Dub, this is what happens when they are afraid of the boogeyman.
The boogeyman is right there. Right there. Fuck all that Kendrick Lamar shit, nigga.
Nigga, you was just talking about it for 4 hours. Now all of a sudden it's fucking.
Now I mean, but on the point of like, since you're up here, the blacks, they want to jump up and down and think like they want some kind of motherfucking war, right? But I bet none of them motherfuckers that were jumping up and down on their stage can fix that. Not one. They go back to their motherfucking neighborhoods. They're gonna have to call a white man to fix that shit or Hispanic. Any nigga in the audience that can fix that, hop up here, tell us, hey, walk us through. We got a plum up here. Gonna critique your ass. Put the link in the chat for Stan. We're gonna see how what the black competence in the trades are. I'm gonna start going up on niggas' panels. Nigga, stop fucking talking to me about something 400 years, nigga. Can you fix that today? It ain't you niggas. You got 100 people in the chat. I'm saying you got 100 people in the audience. Talking about they were Indian, Aboriginal motherfuckers. Like, but they can't fix that.
Hey, John.
Guess what? Can you fix that? Nigga, can you build it?
Hey, John,
I can't. I can't fix it, John.
Guess what?
I can advise you, though.
Hold on. 12th man. Let me tell you something, right? I'm gonna talk to you dumb niggas that always want to say something about plumbers. See that fix right there? I charge you $500 and do it in 15 minutes and walk away.
Phoenix Fish said it's just basic PVC.
Where's the nah, that's CPVC.
But American Man,
$500 and I do it in 15 minutes.
American Man, like that $500, all you gonna do is fix that pipe though. But what if I say, American Man, you know, I need you to like give me a motherfucking new shut-off valve. That nigga gonna be real fucked up then, right? If I say, hey, you see that shut-off valve right there, American man? I need me a new one. It's gonna be real fucked up then.
Well, I mean, well, who's gonna be fucked up? You? Because I'm just gonna charge you more and fix it.
These motherfuckers didn't. I know you know how to fix it, but the problem I'm saying, bro, the blacks can rap, and that's beautiful, I guess. But you gotta have some American men to fix that.
You see this? You see this? The Tom Gully show, right? You see this? Here's what the Tom Gully show doesn't understand. Hold on. Let me point something out. You see, that's how you know niggas is crackheads, right? The Tom Gully show thinks that I'm cheating people because in his mind, I'm supposed to do that for free. Now, he would never say that to a white man. He wouldn't say it to a white man, but in his mind, oh, he black. He will do it free.
Well, American man, Tom Gully is a coward.
Hey, let me see this, American man. Oh, hey, I don't want to hear all this shit.
Eat a dick.
I ain't calling no names now. Do you have to be a plumber to fix that?
I mean, no, but you have to know what you're doing because you'll call the plumber. Hold on. Let me finish. Right. Because I know. Every time I speak, you want to stop me from speaking.
I just want to dig deep. I don't want you to go too deep. All right. Mm-hmm. Go ahead.
What's too deep? Anyway, here's the thing. No, you could pretend to be the average person to fix it. And I would say you should fix it because then you make more work for me. And now instead of paying me $500, you have to pay me $2,000 to $2,500, $2K to $2,500. So yes, venture off to fix it yourself.
I'm saying the average man can figure out how to fix this. Now, the average man may not be able to change his valves, right? He may not feel comfortable, but to do this, I did this, bro. I ain't no motherfucking plumber. I did this. Right,
and that's why you have shark bites there.
Right, I ain't do all this. Why. You know what I mean? And
no. You did it, and that's why you have shark bites.
Well, I didn't do. I do it
correctly.
Right. Yeah, I ain't no plumber, but an average man. But if I were pursuing plumbing, the first time I would do it a little basic, then the next time I would do it even a little bit better. Then but the average man should be able to do some basic shit like this, right? If he puts his mind to it. This now, maybe not this. Changing the valve, I give you that. But this, you gotta be able to do that. You got to be. Right. Yeah.
American man, imagine how many calls you get because people put a PVC valve on a CPVC pipe and the valve melts.
Dude, people, listen, dude. People have no clue, but everyone can do it because to everyone, plumbers are just stupid monkeys that everyone can do, which is great. I
don't believe that, man. I don't believe that because the first time they call your ass for an emergency appointment, if shit backing up, that's when they got to pay the pipe. That's when they're gonna respect you and all that. Let me ask you ever had to pull out your resume when you go in these people's house?
Would you say do I have to call my resume?
Yeah. What about your criminal record? When you go in there, do you have to pull out a criminal record, background check?
If they want a criminal record, I'm happy to give it to them.
But at the point that when they call you, they probably really want you, need you, or they already know they want you, right? I've seen some of the work you do. That shit high end, right? And you ain't doing high end.
No. I'm just a hack. All I do is flick toilets.
I understand, but I
stick my hand in the toilet and scoop shit all day.
But I understand, but you ain't doing high end work like day one on the plumber, right? You doing shit like this day one, right? Shit like this. They get to be high end. They kind of have to want you. Somebody gotta want you to do high end shit, correct?
To be honest, John, if I'm gonna be honest with you, this right here, what you're showing me, is considered service work, and I don't do service work.
I know it's beneath you. I knew you were gonna say that at some point. But you do.
I mean, I'll do it because there's money. There's money.
For a young man getting in the business of plumbing, you can make a living just doing this. Would you say that's fair in a big city?
Of course.
Let me
Can I ask?
Go ahead.
Can I ask American Man a question?
I would encourage. Hold on. Yes, but I wouldn't encourage anyone not to do this. This fix right here is an easy $500. Easy money right there. Easy.
But don't you move from that PVC pipe? You don't use that no more, right? You use that cold weather Apex pipe or something like that. Then it don't blow up on you like that.
12th man, no one uses PVC or CPVC for water anymore. You either use copper or PEX.
Well, I'm looking at PVC connected to copper right there.
No, what you see is shark bites. Shark bites is not plumbing.
So wouldn't you rather use Apex, like something that's not gonna freeze or just blow up on you like that?
I think someone broke that shit, 12 man. You know what I mean? I think that's what it was. What's up, Blacks? What's going on, man? I ain't seen you in a minute.
Which side are you on?
I'm getting out of here. I don't want to be around this guy.
It's not even Sunday yet. We're already going into spirituals, man.
No, man, that's what that crazy white BI said at the country's capital at her little anti-MAGA rally. She was singing "Which Side Are You On?" You know, to the
Are you talking about the dumb chick that was going off on Elon Musk or whatever the hell?
I don't know what she was doing. I just know she broke out into that song with all the rest of the crazies. So yeah.
Yeah, that was so cringe. I'm sorry. I'm like, dude, please make it stop. Make it stop.
Let me ask Blacks a question. Hey, brother Blacks, I'm using a mic. How does that sound?
Oh man, that sounds good. Sounds good.
Hey, you sound good, American Man.
Hey, I really just came up to excoriate Indians.
Let's do it, sir. I'm with it.
You know, I haven't met an Indian that I could trust yet, and I haven't met an Indian that didn't cheat yet. You know, going to school with them. You know, I went to school with a lot of them, going to doctor school and all of that, and all they did was cheat. Every single one of them. Every one. Not one of them.
What did you think
Not one of them knew what they were doing. All they knew how to do was memorize shit off of old tests and get their grubby mitts on.
What did you think about Trump's press conference where he,
where he was talking to that Punjab, who you know, the prime, aka the prime minister, who obviously didn't take the time to learn the lingua franca of the earth, which is American English. Yeah.
I'm just gonna understand it.
No, I know that he was. I know he was speaking English, but my point is that he needed to have a better understanding, because you're speaking to the leader of the free world here, and so you need to be able to be understood. And so, since he wasn't understood, you had to get a reporter in the back, or whoever that was in the back, relaying the message into Trump's ear. That's the point, man.
Well,
it's not that.
Well, you know, Blacks, I took it a step further, man. You know, honestly.
Yeah.
And because, you know, people say I'm reaching, but you know, I'm taking it beyond that. And I mentioned that there are a lot of American students that are facing something like this.
Yes.
Jobs.
Yeah.
It's worse than that.
Right. You understand?
It's worse than that, John.
I understand.
John, it's worse than that.
I understand. Like these Punjabs and Indians, everybody, all these motherfuckers that can't speak.
And Brahmins and all that. Yeah, absolutely. You know,
and they're trying to teach your children some complex language, software language, and they probably don't understand what the fuck they're teaching. I'm telling you from my own experience.
No, you're right. I don't disagree with you.
They're teaching where they're giving the answers. They don't know what the fuck. They can't teach it in layman's terms. Sam Maya mentioned something like that. And so you end up with a situation like what Trump was in. But the average American cannot.
Well, John,
go ahead, Juan.
I was just going to say real quick, not to interrupt you because it goes on par with what you're saying. It's worse than that because we did perm certifications for EB3 visas. This was my first job out of law school. And these people are coming over here in the United States with a curriculum vitae from universities in Canada that don't exist. And so we're verifying the universities over there. And sure enough, when we find out that they don't exist, we call them into the office and like, can you explain to me why this university doesn't exist? And they're like, oh, it closed down. We'll go ahead and get you such and such. And then they never come back to us. They go and do that same hustle to somebody else that doesn't know any better.
Yeah, and we've covered so much of the education fraud that I even coined the term the education
India
complex. You know, that's
Oh,
what
you know, John, we used to think, and not us, I'm being rhetorical here. We as a country years ago used to think that India was the land where the yogis dwelled. You wanted to find inner peace, you went to India and you learn how to be a yogi, aka someone who knows how to practice yoga. And then we have this phone right here, and we realized that place is a literal shit stain where you go to get malaria and other third world diseases. Did you know that here in North Texas, there's an outbreak of measles? And
Yes,
you know
and
why?
it's actually spread down here to where I'm at.
Yes. And there's an outbreak of measles because why? You have third worlders, Indians included, who came over here unvaccinated, or not just unvaccinated, just from a dirty ass country. And they still deal with polio and measles and the bubonic plague and a little bit of what's the other thing that we've eradicated that someone said they had recently that I there's so go ahead.
Shit, no, measles, polio, all this shit.
Polio, whooping cough. There was another one I can't think of it. It used to be common, but it's not common anymore here. And the problem here is it isn't that people can't learn and people can't, raise their star. The problem here is that all these people came here with a handful of what do you call it, welfare chips off of our backs, welfare. And then when that runs out, which it inevitably does, then they go back to their third worldisms because they don't know how to do anything else. They're here and they were given a means to an end, and that means is being pulled from under them, and now they got to figure it out. And
there's a term, man. I'm going to do a stream about this shit. I got an African buddy. Let me call this nigga to get the name of this scheme they be running.
Okay, John, when you do that,
Who?
all right,
Somebody
John, when you do that, here's the funny part, right? Is that so the Biden administration went on and let all these unvaccinated people in, and now we're seeing all these upticks of all these diseases.
Hold on,
and
one minute. Hold on 1 second. Let me see if I get this. I want to get this term. This African told me about a term that the Africans and shit do, and I want to get the term from him. Let me see what he says. It's something like cashing out.
I'm definitely a racist, Stanley.
Yeah, Stanley doesn't get it, but he's big gay Stanley. What do you expect?
Please leave your message for.
But there's a term. It's very well known, like in the immigrant communities. It's basically where they go get a lot of credit, cash out, and then they leave with the money. Anyone know what the term? What it's called? I can't remember.
I don't, but I do know what you're talking about because there have been documented cases where Nigerians will bring their black asses over here and get on public aid. And abscond with all their ill-gotten gains and go back to Africa once the jig is up, like they love to do.
Yeah, the Central Americans do the exact same. Yeah, the Central Americans do the exact same thing. They'll come back.
Hey, Black, did you see you seen the stream we did this week, man?
No.
You've been missing it. Oh man, you've been missing it. Actually, that's why I asked you the question.
Man, I've been doing stuff, but what did I miss?
Yeah, we've been doing things too, Blacks over here.
What you been doing, John? John. Go ahead, John. What you been doing?
Good luck, y'all. I'll talk to y'all later, John.
Oh man, thank you.
Hey, 12th man. 12th man, if you ever get a hold of some moose meat, man, I sure would like you to ship me some. That's all I have to say.
It's hard to get. I just bought me a new shotgun, I think.
You ever get some, man, just let me know.
What kind of shotgun you get? One of the motherfucking semi-automatic shotguns, 12 man?
Yeah, it shoots 3 shots real fast, and I think I could probably, it's got a long enough barrel I could get it with the first one, but I just gonna share that Sam Fisher made the quarterfinals because of y'all, and we're kind of taking the weekend off right now, but voting kicks back on Monday morning, 9 a.m. Pacific time. So thanks for letting me get my ad in, John Galt.
Oh, no problem, Tori.
When it comes to a lot of black issues, I just don't feel like I should say anything. You know what I mean?
We about to do a weekend review, Tori, man. I'm about to bring Black up to speed about the
before you do that, may I broach the Super Bowl halftime show?
You about to? Oh no, blacks, don't disturb them. They're about to bring you up to speed.
Oh, okay. All right.
We get to speed. Blacks, damn, we did the Be Brave and John show. I think that was a good show.
Critical issues. Be Brave and John.
Oh, what else?
Be Brave.
A cracker and a nigga.
Yeah.
Cracker and a nigga.
Real nigga. A nigga deal with real niggas. Right?
I don't believe.
Well, see, I only had to goddamn look up no newspaper articles. Nigga,
John.
No.
John.
Nigga, I bring
Hey, John, bring us up to speed about the Crack and the Nigga show. Go ahead.
Oh, man.
Yeah, I'd like to hear about this.
You watch it. So every week we do a week show Friday, once a week. And so last week, I think, have you been a victim of black crime? You can call in. Tell us, how did the nigga rob you? I showed some of my Airbnb guests have been robbed, beat up, raped, killed, you know what I mean? And so we invited people to call in. So a couple people called in, like, I had to move away. I was robbed, I was beat up, this and that. So that was last week. This week, we asked the criminals to call in. Like, hey, we know it got to be some black criminals, goddammit, because the FBI statistics tell us that there are some. If you are a black criminal, call in. Tell us who you beat up, kill, a store you broke in, right? You violated probation and shot somebody. Tell us something. Like these stories, if they're real, it's got to be somebody that's willing to call in.
John, you were actually inviting criminals to call in and snitch on themselves.
How
you guys doing?
So what was the end result, John?
So we didn't get the black criminals, but we did get the victims. Last week we got them motherfucking victims. And that's really what matters, because we know the criminals out there. And Be Brave talks about the 70%. And it almost validates his point that our phone line should have been ringing off the hook. God damn, I was a criminal. Right?
Can I ask you a question, John? Do you have a squeaky clean record?
Hell no. I've already called in. Oh, my story.
You're telling on yourself, huh,
John.
I've already called in. Told my story.
Hold on. No. So, John, so you're telling on yourself, right?
I've already told my story. Right? I don't know. You ain't got to be squeaky clean to make moves.
I'm just asking. No. Because John, guess what, John? I'm squeaky clean, baby. I'm squeaky clean.
But see, I ain't gonna let the nigga see. But see, And that's the beauty of me, that I ain't gonna let you hide behind your criminal record. You say, well, I can't get nowhere, man. I got my criminal record. They see when they talk to you, they say, oh well, American man is squeaky clean. If I was squeaky clean, I'd be where American man is. Well, nigga, I ain't squeaky clean. What explains your position relative to me, nigga? Shit, nigga, I caught felons too.
Man, my friend is an ex-convict. He make more money than me. He's a car salesman today.
And my brother also, he's a 2-time felon, and he's cleaning yachts from Florida to Virginia, doing really, really well for himself.
Come on, man. That's just a mindset. But yo, can I ask you something? Because John, I got on here real quick because I saw something on the news, and I wanted to get your opinion on it.
Since you're from a black man say he's squeaky clean.
Since you're from Washington, John, a lot of these so with Doge and everything going on, and a lot of these people losing their government jobs.
Something going on, bro. Mm-hmm.
I hear that they're selling their homes and everything, and the market has gone down in Washington D.C. Is that true?
I'm about to bring it to you right here. Look at this. There's something going on, bro. I promise you.
Wait a minute, what the hell is that? 83,000, John?
Nigga, 83.
Yeah, the price has gone down.
Nigga, that price 830.
I'm legally blind, John, so that's my defense.
I was about to say, man, you missed a 5, baby. 835,000.
When I started the stream off, I said there are 2 houses across the street from me. Maybe I'll pull them up at some point. They ain't sit for sale for like upper eights to $1 million. 2. They've been sitting, bro. Something going on. And so you see this house right here. Look at this motherfucking little ass, narrow ass house over in the ghetto, over by me. Not close to me, but not far. All right. Let me see. Wait a minute. This might be Capitol Hill. Yeah, this may be Capitol Hill. But it's a small house, 2 bedrooms, nigga. 2 beds. 835.
John,
what's up? Mm-hmm.
Have you paid attention to DC, bro?
Nigga, I'm in DC. What do you mean, nigga? I'm.
Because you sound retarded talking about it's in Capitol Hill. Do you understand how DC and Maryland works?
No, what I'm saying to you, I think Doge is fucking. Look,
yeah, it is. Doge is fucking everything
nigga
up.
does not understand the world, boy.
Don't make me pull up a text. I got a text from a buddy of mine whose wife works in that political world.
And yeah, they forced to sell, bro, right now.
And she was, he was like, yo, man, like, it real tight right now. Motherfuckers cracking down and shit like that. The money ain't flowing like it used to be. And so what I'm showing you here is a house, right, that's for sale. And look who it's for sale by. The Voter Participation Direct Center, Deputy Director of Mail Programs and World Bank Consultant.
Oh, his money dried up. That's what happened.
Yeah, man, dude, that's everybody that works for government lives around that area. So if they don't have a job, they got to sell. And if everybody's selling at the same time,
bro, like
prices are gonna fall, man.
Listen, bro, like the smart ones, right? I know a couple people that that's playing the game, doing very well. I tell you, the guy on that block where the 2 houses are for sale, there's a nigga that does what they call this shit. He does like that nigga Joe Mobley came up here talking about that shit one day.
Lobbying or what?
Nah, fuck nah. This nigga does Twitter in the third world, social media in the third world. Right? So he stirred revolutions and shit, right? In the third world. Right? Small hat. It's not important, but that's his job. Stir up revolution in the third world. That's his job. Like, you get on social media and write newspaper articles.
Oh shit, he's an economic assassin. That's what they call those people that stir up coup d'etats and stuff.
He'd be a political assassin. You understand?
That's what it is. He's a political assassin. Oh Lord, you dealt with one of them.
He's my neighbor. And so he is someone's in psyops. And so, like the thing is, like, a motherfucker like him, he's a very intelligent guy. I know him. These government niggas been laying up, chilling, bro. And the smarter ones are probably working 2 jobs. I had Philippe up here. This nigga worked 2 jobs. About to take another 3. He works. I almost said what the fuck he was. But he out on the West Coast working for one of these high-end county governments, right? You take your pick, which one, right? And so these motherfuckers been working 2-3 jobs and they scamming money off top, USAID, all this shit. And this is a house, man. Like, this ain't like, this is on the stretch. It's like, as you can see, let me maximize the screen.
A black SWAT number.
This is not a super elite person, right? This is voter participation center, deputy director. It's not the director. This is not like, you know, some high-end organization. And hence, her house is only $835,000, and it's in Southeast. You know, I live in Southeast, but this is across the river, but still not super affluent. But the money's drying up. There's something going on here, you know. And I let you.
Yeah.
Do you? What do you think?
That something's called Doge.
I think.
What do you think is going? No,
go ahead.
What do you think is going on, John? Go ahead, tell us.
I think this is the first time that I've been here in 20-something years that there's an element of uncertainty if I will have my job. I talked to you earlier about a guy that here. This motherfucker was making like 170, right? Somebody got an echo. Mute yourself. This guy was making like 170. He did nothing all day, right? Smoke weed, cigarettes all day, drink beer. I know it, right? The job gone now.
Can I ask you a question, John?
Yeah, what's up?
Can I ask you a question? Do you need to think it's uncertainty? Do you like open your newspaper and like turn on your TV?
But
you know what's happening in DC, right?
But you can feel it now. As I'm saying, like, look at this shit. People typically don't sell in DC. Where's she going?
No, they don't.
You understand? Like, this shit is.
She's going back home. She's going back to Minnesota. There's no more government loans to be gotten. It's over.
And that is what I'm saying. Is
no more grants, no more none of that.
No, it's over.
Yeah, you
know, I've been arguing with liberals for the past week. You know, in my own family, acquaintances I grew up with who are just crying. And they just swear to God that as soon as it comes for me, I'm going to be crying too. And I told them, you know, I'm okay with pain. I'm like, I've been dealing with the pain. I'm like, you're the one who is living in La La Land. Okay. Whether there will be blood, and even if it's some of my own, I'm okay with that. Seriously.
Yeah, but how would it come for you?
Say again? No, I'm just saying, even if some of this were to inadvertently hinder any of my business, is my point. Is what I'm saying. I'm saying that even though it is largely going against those who are fraudulent, there's still pools of money that were being used, and we don't know exactly where it has all been going. And I'm saying, even if I were in this hypothetical affected by this, I wouldn't mind it. Trump isn't, my help doesn't come from Lord Trump.
Let me share my screen with you. I want to play this.
Hold on, John. Guess what? Even if I'm affected by it, right? Which, remember, I'm the lowest man on totem pole, scum of the earth, right? I could still charge you $300 to unclog your toilets.
And so I think that is kind of what I'm saying. You know,
yo, blacks, they don't get it, bro.
Nah.
No, I get it. I tell my wife this every day. Not everybody needs a lawyer, but everybody needs a plumber.
Let me show you.
Oh, they need one with me. It's hilarious. The phone calls I'm getting this week.
Let me show you these guys this video right here. And I'm going to show you, like, this is what is going on. If you remember, where was Hunter Biden's corruption? Does anyone remember where?
Charisma.
In Ukraine. In Ukraine.
And when Trump was impeached for that phone call, what was that about?
It was about
the Yatsenyuk investigation with Hunter Biden, the guy that got fired.
What country was that?
Ukraine. That was in Kiev, Ukraine. In Kiev, Ukraine.
I think his name was Alexander Vindman, who's a military guy. Where was he from?
The Ukraine. He was a former general before he retired, and now he's in trouble because his clearances got revoked last week.
He is the one that basically tattletaled on Trump, said it was an improper phone call, blah, blah, blah. Just look at these Congress members. They know the corruption, the scale of the corruption in the UK. And I want you to look at how they are responding, they're reacting to him. Just look. And this should tell you everything that's going on and why they're fighting Trump so hard. And I want you to pay attention. These are Democrats and Republicans. Adam Schiff is at the head of the table at the bottom.
Is that guy Zelensky? John?
That's Zelensky right there. If you notice one thing else before I play these videos, Zelensky has changed his decor. Have you noticed that? Huh? Remember niggas pull up in goddamn little green shirt?
Yeah. It's less struggle session. It's less struggle session, more corporate. You know, he was dealing with communists, so he had to look like a communist.
He was cosplaying as a motherfucker, like he's so
in that damn military green shirt.
Right.
Like I said, less struggle session, more corporate. You know, that's what communists like. They love struggle sessions.
And so now he's dressing a little bit more.
Black. Go to ABL real quick and take a look. Take a look at the picture he got up.
On his page?
Yeah, he's live right now. Go to him and take a look real quick, Blacks.
All right.
Go ahead, guys. My bad.
And you just look at his look at the.
If you don't see it, Blacks, go back a few minutes.
Look at the Congress members that and how they're greeting him. This is a man that's stolen billions of dollars, or allowed billions of dollars to be stolen. I'm sure they've been the benefactors of much of it. And you have this guy here who's probably skimming his cut off of the top. Democrats and Republicans, guys, take a look. It's a unit party, as I say.
Hi. Thank you so much.
Good to see you.
You look good. How's it going?
You look good. Meanwhile, 1.5 million of his people are dead. Okay, whatever. Kill out of it.
Is it, yo?
You're my friends here.
Hey, Juan, isn't that amazing?
It's infuriating because I pay taxes for the past 4 years. So for me, this is one of those where I think everybody, instead of getting a damn refund, they should all have to pay like a flat tax. Because believe you me, when I got a refund, I wasn't paying attention to this shit. When I have to pay, and it's my money that's going over there, even though it's pennies on the dollar.
Well, Juan, you're a coon for thinking that way. And you should always want to give your money away to these people. Why would you ever think like a coon the way you are right now? That's what I was told. I was told that I'm a coon and I don't know what I'm talking about, etc. There's a better way. These are all the things I've been being told by Negroes who can't tie their shoes or put their shirt on.
You guys forgot that we're also Putin apologists. Make that make sense.
Oh my God!
You gotta
go ahead.
understand that these are the people of inclusiveness, right?
No one looking at what
But they get mad that they go off of America, where we have South and North America, and that's inclusive. That's for everybody. But
and American Man, yes, I did see this. I saw this earlier, not on ABL, but I did see what he's talking about earlier. Homosexual.
Photo, right?
You know what? Speaking of homosexuals, that's what we had at the Super Bowl. Homosexual struggle session, low-rise flare jean wearing, what you call it, pagan ritual doing a guy out there during the halftime show. That's what he was doing.
Well, I don't know if you guys knew, just the other day, February 4th was Rosa Parks bus seat day in DC.
Oh, you're talking about the communists?
Wasn't she taken care of by a white man that owned a food chain restaurant? I forgot.
Not only that.
Yeah, she was.
Yeah.
Niggas are broken.
Not only that, but the Communist Party paid her bill.
Ask a question. When will blacks get beyond symbols?
Never. Absolutely never.
Never.
As long as they identify as black, they will never. Period.
And
so, as long as they say I'm part of a conglomerate, I want to be a part of this union that is black, They'll never get beyond it,
it's
man.
it's crazy because Juan knows. In the Spanish culture, we say we got to work harder if you want to get 2 times ahead. You know what I mean? Black people say you got to work harder because you're black. Like that's just like the wrong thing to say to a
I
child.
mean, well, Negroes say the same thing. You know, they will say,
I don't
you
know.
got to work twice as hard to get ahead, blah, blah, remember, you know, all that bullshit. But that's not the truth. I haven't worked twice as hard to get ahead just because I was black. I worked harder because that
You
is the
wanted
way
that.
that's the way I make my bones. That's the way I make my bread. I don't do that because, oh, well, I'm a black man and, you know, what they say.
America's greatest civil rights icons, the late Rosa Parks. She's known for refusing to give up her seat to a white passenger on a segregated bus. But how much do you actually know about the woman herself? Let's go beyond the headline for a closer look at the life of Rosa Parks.
I don't want to hear all that.
107 years ago, slaves.
And nothing you about to play in this.
1932
I don't know.
On December 1st, 1950, and was later arrested. Transportation, Detroit, Michigan, at the age of 92.
I thought they were going to, but every bus.
They're not going to tell the truth about the bus boycotts. They're not going to tell the truth that she was a communist. They're not going to tell the truth that she was their third try for the bus boycott.
I don't get it. Wasn't there black buses?
Yes,
yes, there were.
Oh, you're telling too much truth now.
Wait a minute, hold on. It looks like damn near it looks like many cities. I thought this was a DC thing, but it looks like a lot of cities around the country did this. As I'm seeing reporting here, Illinois, Houston, whatever.
Of course they did it. Oh,
you wouldn't want to ride the bus in Houston anyway, though. Let's just be honest.
But my point is that this isn't new. This is.
I didn't know.
I
didn't know a lot of cities did that. Wow, I didn't know they.
I did, and they have. The point that I'm making is that there was nothing special about what she did. She wasn't the beginning and or end of it. She was again just another psyop. She was the one that worked. Everybody else they tried a younger girl, it didn't work because she had a child out of wedlock, and they said it didn't work.
She's a light-skinned woman. You know, back to that Doge shit. Here's what's interesting about Doge is
Hey John, you don't want to put the pipes up?
No, we go back to it.
You want to show the pipes?
Maybe we get some people over here, new people. You know, I show you.
I saw the pipes. I saw the pipes. He tried to relegate you to a shit scooper.
Okay.
But I do want to share this with you because I think the Doge is going to touch neighborhoods in ways that we haven't thought about. I haven't thought about. Let me say I haven't thought about. It was during COVID, bro, that I said, damn, all these black churches, you know, they closed.
All these niggas are.
They were not having any church.
Gay.
Right? They were not having any church, but they were thriving off COVID money. But now that COVID money is gone, right? How these black churches, you know, the black churches were seemingly part of the same whole stick, getting money from the government to stay afloat. That's why you see a lot of the black preachers, Warnocks, Raphael.
Damn Warnock.
Anyone see that nigga get rolled over by a steamroller or something right across from Warnock's church? Nobody's talking about this shit. Homeless niggas.
I didn't know about that. When was this? Was this recent, John?
Am I allowed to talk about it?
Yeah, nigga was outside.
Am I allowed to talk about it, John?
Yeah, for a brief.
Are you sure? I mean, because there might be some pipes burst somewhere that you got to show us. I might not be allowed to talk about it.
Yeah, go ahead. Make it
I don't even believe every time.
Are you sure?
One person at a time. Come on, hurry up. Go ahead.
No. Go ahead, John. You continue.
But anyway, so a nigga was homeless.
Whole proof point.
Living outside across from Raphael Warnock's church, which was the former Martin Luther King's church, Ebenezer. And this is I think it's on Martin Luther King, if I'm not mistaken. And the city of Atlanta want to clean up around Walnut's church, probably because there's some development coming and they want to get the homeless niggas up out of there. And they ran a man over with a bulldozer or something. But Warnock would not take those people in his church, right? They made Warnock a senator. They hid all the grit and the grime direct across the street from his church. And then no Stanleys and all this. But anyway, let's take a look at another black preacher who makes his money off the grift of blacks. He was here in Baltimore. And then he went to Lower Ground in Atlanta, if you guys know about this guy. Anyone know who Jamal Brown is before I play this video?
Jamal Brown.
Yes.
I think he's married to a woman.
That name sounds familiar.
He's married to a woman of Real Housewives of Maryland, DC or something. But they were out in Maryland somewhere, of course. Listen to this shit.
Come on, Public Enemy. I came to tell white supremacists. I came to tell MAGA. I came to tell white privilege. We coming, we coming, we coming. We coming, we coming. God said, when you give me glory, I'm going to run them out of the State Department. If you give me glory, I'm going to run them out of Congress and run them out of Senate. If you give me glory, I'm going to run them off of your job and run them off of your classroom. I need you to take your neighbor's hand and say, neighbor, we got to shout like we got faith. Come on, Public Enemy. I came to tell white supremacists. I came to tell MAGA. I came to tell white privilege.
This dude's dressed like he's a quarter boy. What the hell?
When you give me glory, I'm gonna run them out of the State Department. If you give me glory,
Everybody
I'm
give
gonna
John
run
glory.
them out of Congress and run them out of Senate. If you give me glory, I'm gonna run them off of your job and run them off of your classroom. I need you to take your neighbor's hand and say, neighbor, we gotta shout like we got faith. Come on, Public Enemy.
Okay, I can't deal with any of this.
Yeah, no
anymore.
more of this, John. No more of this nonsense, John.
Literally the definition of the doctrine of devils that the book of the Apocalypse talks about. And he's not the only one. Remember that guy in Tennessee that was like, you need to get violent? There are times where violence is good, violence is just. I'm like, wait a minute. This dude just incite violence?
I watched that too, Juan, and you can tell by his repartee that he's never exegeted a canonical text. So,
we would be able to blow and he would fall over.
Every time.
He wouldn't make it.
Imagine Be Brave getting this type of set up there with all those people saying all that shit that he's saying.
Oh, nigga, okay.
What
Be
would
brave
be
and
essential?
oh, okay. Well, you tune in on Friday, you're gonna get his reaction. Okay, go get his reaction, man. How about that?
No, but I'm talking about like the world to see, not just us. Like you know what I mean? As a white person, him saying that, like he can't.
His channel will definitely blow up if he does do that. Latinos. You won't be able to deny that. He'll get a million subscribers overnight.
He'll say he's a white supremacist.
Man,
Kanye West might join the channel.
A lot of black churches are like that, though. Honestly, they really just propaganda pulpits for the Democrat Party. And as I said, man, I saw a church here in DC boarded up for sale in an affluent area of DC. And I don't think there's any coincidence to what I'm seeing here. That a lot of these people that were benefiting off of grift. At least for the next 4 years, there's no play for that shit. You see where Maxine Waters and all these people are devoting their interest. It's in keeping these government agencies open. And I think by and large, it's because their family members are making money from organizations that they open up and get grants from these organizations. And I think that's what we're seeing here. Anyway, very interesting. And Jamal Brown preaching that we need to go after these people. Anyway, what are your thoughts, guys?
I don't know. I like to thank Blacks for stopping by. Thank you, good sir. I'm out of here, John. Do you have any more plumbing pictures that you want to relegate me to?
Nothing more than things I'm thinking
I'm not.
about.
I can't talk about churches or anything. So
I love.
I
I
only
respect.
got to be relegated to your plumbing pictures, sir.
I respect the plumbers, bro. I respect the plumbers. This is one
Same
of the-
here, man. You guys are essential.
Keep the shit going.
Yeah, same here.
Man,
American man, you're like myself because when people are like, "Hey, I can't find my criminal record," and it's a Texas DPS record, I'm like, "I'll do it." And same thing for $250, I can pull it up within 10 minutes.
Yeah, I mean, these guys are dumb that think that like plumbers are supposed to only charge $20 an hour. Like these guys are morons. But these are the people that don't have any money and are communists and want the government to do something for them. So they mostly just babble, But I listen, John. I had fun, right? I had fun screwing with you guys. Big Gay Stanley, I see you in the chat. All the rest of you folks, I know you guys get hurt because I consider most of you folks beneath me. I get it. It's a thing. I get it. You guys have a great night. And,
Quite frankly, I think that
right.
American man is an amazing American patriot. So you have yourself a good night.
Check this
God bless
out.
America, man.
This is Cardi B here, guys. Cardi B here.
Do you have any idea why?
I guess I like.
Oh, Lord.
First, I like dark complexion, and it seemed like every dark guy that I ever like, they African American or Jamaican. I don't even like people I think that like is my race, just because I like to date people that are different from me. Like I like to date people that are not like me. I like their culture. I already know my culture, so I want something new to me. You know?
You know what's interesting about this? Before I play the second video is, and I've watched her like far from a distance. Just over the last, let's say, a year or two. And I always thought like her and the Migo guy, I don't even know which one she fucking married to. Like, I live in New York.
Offset.
You know what I'm saying? Oh, whatever fucking name. I don't give a fuck. It don't matter.
Do you have any idea why?
Time, and I'm like,
I guess I like.
oh shit, my bad. I live in New York part time, and so it's like,
do you have any idea why?
There's a big cultural difference between what that nigga Offset and this woman right here. Big fucking difference.
Cardi B.
In New York City. It's a big fucking difference. And so that shit might be alluring to you in the short term. But as you get older, you have children, you say, oh, how do I want to raise my children? Down here in Atlanta, where it's primarily black culture, there's no, what is she, Dominican or Puerto Rican? I don't know what the fuck she is. What is she?
She's Dominican.
Trinidadian.
What?
Yeah, her mom's Dominican, her dad is Trinidad and Tobago.
Right. Like, that culture is strong enough that in America, there is still a lure. There's a big enough group of people in New York, for instance, where she could go and get the type of food she wants. Like, it's just, you know what I'm saying? It's like if anyone's in the chat from New York, you know what I'm talking about, right? You can't get that shit in Atlanta. You just can't get it. And I feel like, I thought long hard, like, man, I bet she's not happy in Atlanta. Out in the suburbs, you see her back in New York shopping. That's her life. New York, you can't get New York in Atlanta. You just can't recreate it, bro. Right? That urban is uber urban, and she was missing that. And I think there's a cultural element too, where she may have liked the nigga because, he's different. And that very well may have lasted while she's young. And then you listen to this.
I have dated guys that are black, and they have told me like I don't date black girls, And it's like I be telling them, but you're black, but your mom is black. You don't think that's weird? And then they tell me, well, you don't date Spanish guys, right? And I say, no, I don't. I date black guys. And it's like, so it's a preference thing, which is kind of like absurd to me. But then it's just like,
Is she hearing
I have
herself?
dated.
Yo, dude, Juan, don't even start.
We got two Spanish guys over here. Go ahead.
Women do this shit every day, bro. Like,
God knows,
I'm
like she's a walking contradiction. You can't date black.
Juan,
You're supposed to date black women because your mama's black, but I don't date
bro.
Dominicans because
Juan, it's a walking contradiction on a daily basis, bro. Like they don't hear themselves.
Well, how about it? Part of that is, it's like ultimately, like she's moving back to New York. I think, is that correct? She's moving back to New York. I think I read that. And I figured
she's domiciling back to New York.
That's right. I figured she would, man. Like, bro, you grew up in New York. Atlanta just ain't it for you, bro. It just ain't it. You know what I mean?
That's the problem too. Girls don't like being wrong. So even though they told her it's like, yo, it's a contradiction, she still, Jesus, man.
What I think this is though, John.
First and first, I like.
This isn't. It's she's bored.
What do you mean she's bored?
Well, yeah, she's bored. I mean, she's like, well, I have this preference or I have that preference. This is something to do. When I hear that language, I'm bored. What do you want me to do? In New York, it's a lot more exciting. Georgia, the South period, we're more laid back, even in the cities. Like when I go to Houston versus Baltimore, when I went to Baltimore, it's night and day. Like Houston's fast, but it's still slow, if that makes any sense. Dallas, the same way.
Yeah.
It's fast paced, but it's slow. But when I went to Baltimore, when I went to Minneapolis, forget it. It was it was on another level. And then of course when I went to Mexico City, well shit, that city was on steroids. But I mean, when you're slow, like when you're in an area, when you're in a region that's slow like that, and she has nothing else to do, Offset's gone, to me, I could be wrong, but to me it's like, okay, well she's gonna get bored real easy.
It's a lifestyle different. Atlanta has shit popping, but it ain't her culture. It ain't that mixed culture like you would get in New York. You understand? In New York, you go down like Fifth Avenue, Madison Avenue, you get high-end shopping. You get that in Atlanta, but it's different. You can ride the train.
Yeah, you gotta search it.
It's like, it's different. You see motherfucker like Jim Jones, old nigga, always out on the block. You don't really see people in Atlanta like out on the block like that. Like it's different. It's a different vibe.
No.
I think that's what she's missing. Hey, Warren, did you see this? And Latino, I'm not sure if you saw this. Did you see Kid Rock here?
I watched the episode.
I saw a little bit, but I didn't see the whole episode.
Okay, well, did you hear what? I'm gonna play it in the background. I'm not gonna play it on the screen again. All right.
Well, that's why I said what I said when I jumped at the beginning of the conversation. Yeah. It was what he was talking about was he flipped the DEI, whatever the hell this bullshit that they did. Mm-hmm. He flipped it on its head because what he was saying, and I could be wrong, but for me it was everybody came together organically. It didn't matter the race or the color. It was just, I needed these people that could do these particular things. They just happened to be insert race, insert color, insert culture here. It was organic versus forced.
I think who said something very similar? And I'm going to see if I can thread this needle for you guys. Let me see if I can pull it up. Give me one second. Shit. I know where it is.
I thought you was talking about the part when he said that we have messed up our children by giving them participation trophies and coddling them.
No, I didn't see that part. He said that?
Yeah.
He did, but he's not wrong.
No, he's not. I've said this for the longest. And when women also say, "Oh, with the whole bullying thing," it's like boys and girls are different. Like some little boys need to go through that bullying stage, man. And this is why there's probably like mass shootings and shit in schools, man, because none of these kids never got their ass whooped, never got their shoes taken.
I got bullied in school, and yeah, I have to strongly disagree. I don't wish that on anybody. How the hell I didn't
mean, dude,
snap,
I
I
got
have no
bullied
idea.
too, bro. But it takes courage for you to stand up to that bully, bro.
It does, but like I said, well, I look now, and I didn't have access to the tools that some of these people did to snap. But man,
most times
that drove me nuts.
You end up becoming friends with that guy. You get what I'm saying? That's like, but nowadays, it's like you do that, it's straight to the gun, bro. Because it's like they never, you know what I mean? They never fought, bro.
Well, you know what's funny about that though, real quick, and this plays into the Kid Rock bit as well. 20 years later, damn near 20 years after I graduated high school, I just barely graduated law school. I got that second job doing SB4 stuff in Irving, Texas, and Dallas, that area. People that made fun of me and people that pushed me into the locker and people that kicked me and things like that, they apologized. It was the weirdest thing.
Yes, bro. Yes, because that's what men do. Or that's what men's supposed to do. You get what I'm saying?
You think so?
I just don't wish that on anybody. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I don't think bullying is good, man.
But if you bitter all your life and shit, man, like blaming everybody else for your failures, your mistakes, the reason you can't get ahead, like there's always going to be some type of animosity or anger, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. You know, I was thinking about the whole Kendrick Lamar. You ever been in those neighborhoods where it's like, we're gonna decorate our neighborhood and then we're gonna have a competition. Who decorates their neighborhood the best? You ever seen those?
They have those here where I'm at. Yeah, they do that every Christmas.
It may even be like a homeowners association where they be like, hey, who decorates their neighborhood the best? And you may not win a prize, but ultimately it's all, it's making 1 + 1 = 3. Does that make sense?
It was designed to promote fellowship between the people.
Well, and a common good as well, in the sense that if I make the front of my house look better and you make the front of your house look better, we all win, right? Right? We all win.
Yep.
I just saw the Kendrick Lamar Drake battle, and there was a guy that came up on the panel, and he was like, he wanted to see Drake's career ended. And I think that's totally different from a home and garden competition where everyone is out to kind of improve the neighborhood. And I think one competition is positive and the other one is negative. And I think that's
the difference. The difference, John, is it would be like me or wanting you to get all of your properties in DC foreclosed on. What I'm doing, what I'm wishing at that particular point is I'm figuratively wishing death on you because I'm I'm wanting to take the food out of your mouth. I'm wanting to take the money out of your pockets, and that's not.
Demise, man.
Yeah, that's not right. I don't like that.
But you want to know what's funny, John? This guy went on concert with him when he was starting his career. So Drake actually put him on the pedestal, man. And this is how.
It is very interesting. There's a quote that I remember. Let me see if I can find it. And I thought it really kind of, I may have shown it here. So, and here it is. Yeah. All right. I may have shown it here. If so, don't kill me for the repeat. This is a quote from Michelle Obama. And this is the part that stuck in my craw. I always remember this. Someone is going to have to give up a piece of their pie so that someone else can have more. I'm a nigga
That's communism AF. Hell no.
Nigga, I'm going to grow the pie, bitch. Can you make a big pie?
She probably said that. She probably said that with a $30,000 Chanel dress.
And her freaking house on Martha's Vineyard.
Can you bake a bigger pie, bitch? We all just
John, how would you feel if I grabbed one of your properties and said that shit? I wouldn't be living, right? I wouldn't be breathing the next day. Because I'm taking the food out of your mouth. I'm taking your properties from you. That's not fair.
Right. While she living in Hawaii, and well, she may not have been living in Hawaii when she said this, but it's the mindset.
Martha's Vineyard.
Right. It's the mindset. Like somebody's got to lose for others to win, and I just don't. I just don't think that's a winning mindset. To be quite honest with you, and,
it's not. It's a scarcity mindset.
Right.
Fuck that. Pardon my language, but
yeah, no, that's very much the word that you should use there. Scarcity mindset, and that is Michelle Obama, and I think that is a mindset of a lot of people, and it's probably not the best way to look at things. What do you guys think?
I think
you can't look at it like that. I mean, again, John, if you have, let's say you have 5 properties that you rent in DC, and I go up in there and I squat and I do the adverse possession thing so that I can do a quiet title to your property and tell you, hey, look, you're just gonna have to give up your piece of the pie, dude. You worked your ass off to get those properties, man. That's not fair. I mean,
I had a girl try to do this shit. She said to me one time, I'm gonna look up her name.
The way I explained it to my daughter is, imagine you buying a 10-piece and you're hungry, and I said, you know what? You get 2 nuggets, and I share these nuggets with everybody else. She's like, nah,
you know what?
The nuggets up small.
While he's pulling that up,
she's like,
while he's pulling that up, Latinos, while he's pulling that up, when I was in Mexico visiting some friends, that shit happened to me. I bought a 10-piece from Church's Chicken. I go into the neighborhood where my friends live at, and one of these guys, he's asking me questions, trying to practice his English, and he's like, "May I have 2 pieces? 2 piece? I'm like, just get the damn chicken."
because my daughter asked me one day, what is socialism? So I explained to her. I was like, just imagine you working all day, right? And you buy yourself a 10-piece, a little drink and some fries, and you're super hungry. And all of a sudden now you only get to have 2 of those nuggets, and the other 8 have to go to somebody else. And she's like, but I bought them. And I'm like, yes, that's socialism.
That's the point.
I had to bring my friend Richard up on the screen, up on the panel one day. He was on the panel once. That motherfucker from Albania. He may be from Serbia, Kosovo, one of the motherfuckers, but he was but he's Albanian or something, living in, say, Kosovo. And so I asked him, I said, what is communism like and what is it like? He said, man, you don't want to know. He said, you go there and you get a pair, they have a line, you stand in line for a pair of shoes, and you just get the shoe they give you. You're next. Hey, size 12, size 10, size 2, a baby shoe, whatever the fuck. And then after you get out of line with your shoes, that's when the trading began. Hey, they gave me a baby shoe. I need a man-size boot. Anybody got a baby shoe, a man-size boot for a baby shoe? I said, really? I said, God damn. Like, that's some different level shit. There's no choice. And that is the biggest thing. I remember one time, let me pull up. I'll show you what I was. This lady may have been Ukrainian. She was definitely Eastern European. And she was from a not so prosperous Eastern European country, right? And so I was in the Whole Foods, and I was getting ready to go back to DC. And so I'm sitting next to her family, and I could hear, what the fuck is? I could hear her family, her talking to her children. And she was saying, man, this is such a well-stocked grocery store. I had never thought about that shit before. And I think, that's one of the things that Be Brave talks about, is that like the things in America that we just take for granted, a fucking well-stocked grocery store. Anybody ever been to the third world motherfucking grocery store?
Yes.
Yes. But I mean, now today it doesn't look bad in Dominican Republic. Like, the grocery stores look way better than the ones here, dude.
The ones in Mexico, the same thing. Like, I went to a place called Gigante, and there was another store called Soriana. And when I first started going to Mexico about 16 years ago, it There was it was totally limited. Now it's like your grocery stores here. Now the grocery stores in Guatemala, that's a completely different story.
I only imagine.
Hardly any selection at all.
Right, and that's what the lady she commented on. I said, "Damn, I never thought about it like that." And so anyway, this is the grocery store I was at. Let's see. I think there are images. This is New York City, Bryant Park. Is that Madison Avenue? I don't think it's Madison Avenue, but anyway, it's at Bryant Park. And this is a very nice grocery store. Very nice. It's a Whole Foods. I think Salesforce is right there, and so you can see it. Of course, you're gonna see the motherfuckers with masks like him. And but it's a huge grocery store, one of the biggest grocery stores I've ever been in. Bars, restaurants, all kind of shit.
Shit, you talking about grocery store now? What you think is gonna happen to like those type of grocery stores around Washington D.C. now that most of those people are leaving?
I don't know if they're gonna leave.
Bancarrota.
Like DC sticky, bro. It's always gonna be sticky because of the government jobs. Like if you can get one, it's gonna be there forever, right? Or for a very long time, unlike any other type of employment.
Yeah, that's what they thought until Doge came, John.
I mean, it's a healthy dose of uncertainty, though, from the sense of, and I mentioned, like, I've been here so long, man, there's never been a down year. 20 years or so, there's never been a down year. You think about I hear motherfuckers talking about 2008. That was bad. I'm like, really? Shit. The government got bigger. And I think in this case, and with Trump in office, the government may not get bigger. Because in many cases, as you can see with the COVID panel, government was used to kind of thwart Trump. So I think his inclination will be to keep the government as small as possible.
And that's where the uncertainty comes in, and that's where Washington could shrink, and that's where, as Latinos was bringing up, John, what happens to the Whole Foods in your area at that particular point. As we're talking, I'm looking on my computer monitor, and I'm seeing that the IRS started laying off people, and I'm looking at other agencies. DHS, this is, DHS, for context, this is the umbrella that ICE is under. This is the umbrella that U.S. Citizenship and Immigration Services, like my niche, that's where they're under. The Coast Guard during peacetime, they're under that umbrella. They're laying off their guys as well. And in fact, looks like ICE ran out of money today. So now, is it permanent? Possibly not. This is probably one of those, bumps in the road, and then Washington, D.C. bounces back. But if Trump is trying to legit shrink the government, I don't know. I think you guys might be hit too.
Now he's on to something. And, I think, there are so many entrenched interests that he'll have a hard time doing it. But he has introduced some uncertainty. And uncertainty is good. Like, you have people just laying up, man, like making a good living for probably decades on top of decades. And that's not natural. You know what I'm saying? It's not fair to the people who are making a living, and these people are just, cakewalking through life, Anyway, guys, give me 1 second. I'll be right back. What's it, GKJP? I'll be right back, guys.
No problem. Juan, yeah, man, I heard like houses have gone down like 130 grand.
Yeah, but they're still high. Like John,
no, of course they're high.
Brought up that loft that I thought was $83,000. Again, I'm legally blind, so I have a defense, ladies and gentlemen. I didn't realize it was $835,000.
No, it's still high, but compared to what it used to be,
to what it was, yeah, it's
like, come on, 130 grand is 130 grand, dude.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, and then of course you look at Florida, shit, Brickell. I used to be able to afford to live in Brickell in 2020. Not anymore. Fuck, man. I'm not paying $12,000 a month for an apartment. Get out of here. That same apartment was $2,000 a month 5 years ago.
You said 12,000 or 1,200?
Now, but back in 2020 when COVID hit, it was only, they were offering these apartments for as low as 1,500. Yeah, not anymore. Not in that area. But yeah, no, the thing is I don't know. To me, Latinos, we can't run around thinking about how to take other people's shit, and that's the environment that I get so sick and tired of. And I think that might be what John is talking about. It's again, like I say, the scarcity mindset, right? I'm black and Puerto Rican, you're white. Even though I have 3 college degrees, I'm not better than you, so I get to take your shit. Nah, it's my job to monetize my skill sets. It's difficult from time to time, but I have the skill sets to monetize. I didn't get a bullshit degree. Like, to me, it doesn't compute. Does that make any sense?
Yeah. I was watching what was the name of this? Don't Be a Menace in South Central while drinking gin and juice. And
yes,
there's a part where he's saying, he's like, yeah, man, I'm sick and tired of being looked at the content of the color of the skin, because it's deeper than that, and we're more than that. It's all about getting yourself together, something to that effect. And then his brother comes, he's the mailman. He's like, message.
What ruins that is the scene, like 2 or 3 scenes over. Now, boys, what do you see what do you say, boys, when you see mommy with a new man? And all the kids, are you my daddy? But that's also sad too, because
you there?
Gotten so pervasive that we're now, the minorities are now the punchline, because they brought it on themselves so much.
Yeah, but this movie is old, man. Dude, like, I wish that like John was at Rumble and we could like watch this movie with John and like have him dissect it.
He needs to be on Rumble. Speaking of which, I actually jumped because YouTube changed their community guidelines. They actually relaxed their community guidelines. And so Pablo Pacheco is now on YouTube. My first stream will be on the first Friday of March on YouTube.
Nice. Congrats.
Thank you. But the thing is that's the other thing. Everything is turning so much. People are starting to see that, you know what, we don't give a blank about cancel culture. And so to me, Google and Alphabet saw that, and they're thinking, oh shit, we're going to lose our gravy train if we keep kicking all these people off. Shit, Elon brought Ye back on Twitter, and Lord, Ye was a hot mess for a week.
Wasn't he selling swastika shirts?
He was, until Shopify shut that down.
This guy is a freaking clown, dude.
Well, you know what? As weird as that sounds, I think he may have had a point when it came to the swastika shirt, because the thing is there are certain words can't hurt you unless you give them power to hurt you. That's like using the word nigga, right? Black people call each other that all of the time. You run into the wrong white guy, or you run into somebody like myself that says it in passing, like "What's up, my nigga," or what have you, and they want to beat the living crap out of the white guys. In some cases, not realizing that my phenotype is black, they want to beat the crap out of me, and it's like, dude, it's not that serious. Whereas if you ignore the word, the more people say it, the more of an asshole they look. And I think that was the point that Kanye was trying to make. The swastika, before Hitler took it over, it meant good luck. I mean, in the Hindu religion, if I'm not mistaken, somebody correct me if I'm wrong. In that regards, and it also had other meanings of peace, I believe, in the Orient. And so, who is this mustache Austrian painter to take it and make it into a bad symbol for all eternity?
The same thing with the rainbow.
Absolutely. They turned something that's so beautiful and they turned it into something damn near demonic. But the thing is you don't have to let them. You don't have to let their demonic meaning what you do with it.
La Biblia dice that the colors are for everybody, man.
Pues esos colores del arco iris fue por una promesa que no los van a matar por una inundancia de agua, no? Like, I mean,
man. These people are so crazy, bro. And it's like, my daughter was confused one time and saying like, yo, but like, isn't like, I see rainbows in class, and it's like, because they teach us colors, and this is when she was like in the first grade or something, and I'm like, yeah, that's what that's for. She's like, but then why is there flags out here with rainbows? It's like, oh, I'm like, Jesus Christ. I didn't even know what to tell her, dude. Like, I was just like, that. It's the same thing, man. It's just representing a rainbow, baby girl. Now she knows. You know, now she knows, but
Well, the good thing is that she does know it. That's the important thing. But yeah, no, these I don't know the way that people just want to, I don't know, twist things. Or more importantly, bringing this back to what John was talking about. I don't have, so let me take your shit. I don't know. I think that's just gone too far, too fast, and I think that it's a revolt. Now on the immigration side, man. That's another story, but I think that's one of the unintended consequences of the pendulum swinging. Sorry, guys, you guys are going to be the ones that are going to get hurt by this. Sorry for the people that have low skill sets that are about to lose their jobs by AI. Trump just accelerated that by what he's doing with this Doge thing, But at the exact same time, I'm sorry, but if you earned it, you keep it. If I didn't, and I'm stuck on the streets. On the street corner because I have no house, that's a me issue. I have to figure that out, and too many people haven't seen that.
Shout out to Reese. Yeah, shit's nuts. Yo, did you hear that there was a shooting at the parade?
Really? What parade? I didn't even know that there was a parade.
The Eagles, man.
Why am I not surprised? There was a shooting in Kansas City, Missouri. At their parade, remember that?
Yeah, in Kansas City too, man. It's like, yo, damn, man. Like,
why am I not surprised?
None of that shit ever happens here in Massachusetts, bro. Like when you go to
not even when the New England Patriots lost.
Nah, man. Like we destroyed the city when the Red Sox won. Like, don't get me wrong, that was different. Like, but that was just everybody. I'm talking about in the parades. Like, you never see no shooting at no parades over here, man.
That is true. You know what? You guys have a come together spirit when shit hits the fan, like you wouldn't believe. I'll never forget. Remember Bobby Ortiz for the Red Sox?
Yeah, when he got shot, we went and picked his ass up.
I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about when Cerna bombed the Boston Marathon, and then they had that game literally like a week later.
Yeah.
David came out there and he's like, "This is our fucking city.
We run this fucking city."
Yep. That come together spirit that you guys had was unmatched. I'm sorry.
Yeah, bro. Like I've been here all my life. I grew up, believe it or not, a Yankees fan, and every time I wore my Yankees hat around here, dude, I always got shit for it. I mean, it's not like it was back then, but back then, like that was a real thing, dude. Couldn't wear that Yankee hat, man.
Yeah, well, especially during the World Series, if you got caught with that Yankee hat, you were a dead man.
Oh, dude.
Figuratively speaking.
Yeah, we were when we went to when they won. Like, I was celebrating because Manny and Pedro and Ortiz was in that team, so I went and we were there with my friends and shit. Man, shit got crazy, bro. Like people were flipping cars. Yo, bro, nuts.
Oh,
Wow.
I believe it. I remember when I first moved to Texas, I was a staunch Atlanta Braves fan. Came to Texas with my A's jersey and my A's hat, and they're like, "Hey, you're either a Ranger or an Astro out here. You're gonna have to throw that away." I'm not throwing that away. 2 weeks later, that freaking jersey ended up missing. I still don't know where it's at. What happened to it some 22 years later?
Shit, crazy. Yo, what's up with your cases, man? With the
Well, it's like a bomb went off. And this is one of those where I'm going to say something that's not well, on the Republican side of things, it's going to be a little bit controversial. The thing is ICE, what they're doing I don't think is a good thing. Not because of the bleeding heart. No, you can't do this to such and such poor old person that lived here for 30 years, blah, blah, blah. No, not for that reason. Because, for Stanley to laugh at me real quick, the thing is that the ICE is going after the low hanging fruit. And so by going after the low hanging fruit for the numbers, for the quota, the problem with that is that you have too many people that will hide in plain sight. And that's what Tren de Aragua is doing exactly right now. So while they're playing this big ass game of whack-a-mole against everybody that's in the country illegally, the cartels who are planting IEDs on our side of the fence, by the way, they're doing that in my neck of the woods. But your cartels and your transnational gangs, they have it's easier for them to hide. And that's not good at all.
I think at some point there's going to be like some resistance to these ICE officers. I think I've been seeing that already.
There already is.
Yeah. I think it's going to be difficult to root out all but the most criminal ones. Wow. I just saw this. Yo, I just saw this. Check this out.
But all the evidence suggests she has been medically kidnapped.
Lord have mercy.
This is Wendy Williams here.
Oh, I know.
Deep inside Hollywood's glitzy facade lies a world of secrecy, control, and silence. One that Wendy Williams was dangerously close to exposing. Known for her.
Yeah, they ain't trying to let her go. But then again, don't she got the same thing that Bruce Willis has? Yeah, man. I seen a video of Bruce Willis, man. A recent video of him. Damn, that shit brought me to tears, man.
Man, that's amazing. What do they call this shit in California? 5150 or some shit like that? You know what I'm talking about, Latino?
Nah.
And damn, one left. He would know exactly what I'm talking about. In California, they got some shit called a 5150. I think that's what it's called. California 5150 or some shit like that.
Sure, in California though?
No, I'm not sure every state has it. And here's what it is right here. Can you see that?
Yeah.
California 5150 hold refers to a section of the California Welfare and Institutions Code that allow WIC. She's called WIC. That allows for the involuntary psychiatric evaluation and temporary detention of individuals. Does anyone remember the name Harvey Pasternak? Anyone remember that?
Harvey
Pasternak?
That name sounds familiar, man.
Yeah, I'm sure it does. Let me show you. Harvey Pasternak. Let me see. Let me pull this up.
Nah, Crown Reese, that's my wife. She's watching The Recruit, man, on Netflix, bro.
And so you see this right here. In 2022, Kanye West shared text purportedly sent to Harvey Pasternak, Harley, which included threats to institutionalize him again, leading to discussions about the 5150 hold. And apparently in California, you don't have to be a doctor to put someone under 5150 hold. Yeah, you can be like in this case, this guy's a trainer, and people are alleging he's some kind of MK Ultra type motherfucker.
But doesn't there have to be some type of I don't know, some type of psychotic breakdown or some type of
I'm
you know
not
what
sure.
I mean, in order for you to assign this person this?
I'm not sure how it works.
Because I can't just go and say, you know, me grab you and then just put a 150 on you. Like there has to be you know what I mean?
You see this right here. Harley Passionet threatens to institutionalize Kanye West back to zombie land. And here's the text message that he sent him. Or the text message.
Yeah, I remember this.
Yeah. So I wonder if they have what's her name? Wendy Williams.
Wendy Williams in that
Zombieland,
same who knows?
Right.
Unknown caller.
Just call me. Hold on for 1 second. I don't know what the fuck that was about. Let me cut the Bluetooth off and cut it back on again. Maybe they'll call back.
Yeah, a lot of people were saying it might have been Diddy.
I think that's what they're alleging in this video here. Let me play some more.
Williams is locked in a room.
What the fuck? I don't know. This shit kind of fucked up here. Anyway, interesting. Wendy Williams. So they're alleging that she has a tape that you know, people have said that Puffy has a lot of power, and she. Are you familiar with her history with Puffy, by the way?
Yeah. She used to work at a radio station, and
in New York.
Yeah. He got her fired, man.
Wait a minute, was that in Philly? That may have been in Philly where he got her fired.
Yeah, I believe it was in Philly, yeah.
But she once was in New York too.
Vanished from the public eye. The official story, dementia. But all the evidence suggests she has been medically kidnapped. We've been contacted by insiders close to Wendy Williams who've handed us explosive evidence. A series of depositions that not only prove that she's being held against her will, but also threaten to dismantle the Hollywood pedophile ring's sinister web of coercion and control. We've got the tapes, and they're shocking. It's clear that Wendy is currently living in fear for her life. They're locking up a mentally stable woman who holds incriminating evidence against some of the world's most powerful people. And they're doing it in broad daylight in front of the entire world.
Wendy Williams is locked in a room in an assisted living facility in New York. That's her. The only way I could interview her was to have a camera in the street because we can't get a camera in. She can't really have any visitors. She cannot go outside. She's been out twice in the last 30 days. She has no internet. She, and I think rightly says, she feels like a prisoner.
According to Wendy's people, her tapes are not just enough to put Diddy away for life. They also implicate A-list stars like George Clooney, whose long weekend with an underage Justin Bieber allegedly involved abuses of the worst kind imaginable. This is explosive information, and the risks are real. We've received conflicting legal advice, and to be honest, we're not even sure if releasing this deposition is entirely legal. We were the ones who exposed the Diddy scandal before the mainstream media dared to touch it. While the rest of the internet stayed silent, afraid of the fallout, we named names and pulled back the curtain. Why? Because the truth belongs to the people. The public has a right to know. So despite the dangers, we're making the deposition available to those who want to see the truth for themselves. This is sensitive information for insiders only. Subscribe to my X account for the rest. To watch
Anyway, enough about that. But it is very interesting that they like institutionalized Wendy Williams. You think Puffy was behind that, or some of the secrets that she may know?
It might not even be Puffy at this point. It just might be something that she does know. But then again, like, wouldn't they just get this information that she does know and just bury it basically, and not have to go through all this BS too? So it gets you thinking maybe she is just crazy. Like, she did have a spasm one time on live TV where she like collapsed. If you remember that.
Is that enough to institutionalize her though? And her children allowed it to happen. That's kind of weird, no?
Dude, but I heard that she has what Bruce Willis has.
What does he have?
I you got to look it up because I don't want to make a, you know what I mean, but it's some type of like Alzheimer's or some shit, man. Like the guy, like, he can't even talk anymore, bro.
Oh, is that right? Give me 1 second. Someone just text me. That went through. Okay. Anyway, you heard about Elon Musk had a baby, a new baby?
Another one?
You hear about
that?
this?
What's that, number 14?
I think it's 13. Anyone heard about this? Elon Musk new baby. Baby number, what is this? 13?
Fertilization, whatever you call that.
I don't know about that. Well, here it is. Here's a past tweet of her, the new baby mama. Tyrone, you're in the audience here. You see that, Latino? That's Elon Musk's newest baby mama right there.
Get the hell out of here.
Seriously.
Wow.
Anyone seen this? Anyone heard this? That's Elon Musk's latest baby mama right there. That's her former Twitter name right there. Sex like laptop. That's his latest. You didn't know he had a new baby mama?
Damn, man. Like, who's this chick? A porn star? Talking like that.
We can look her up. Let's see.
She seems like she's going to be a great mother.
She has reinvented herself a couple of times. You know, let me see if I can find.
Oh, she's one of those.
Yeah.
I like to call those unstable.
Let me see if I can find more clips of her. But yeah, she has hit the meal ticket, as one might say. Let me see if I can find it. And I think she announced it on Valentine's Day, which makes it all the more interesting. Damn, where is it? I have to look it up. But yeah, that's the latest. I'll just search for it. So this is her right here, Latino. Here, this is her right here. Elon's latest baby mama right here. You see this right here, Elon, Latino?
Yeah, can you zoom it in a little?
Let me see. You see that?
Yeah. 5 months ago. Wow. This is a new kid, right? A new baby.
5 months old, yeah. Elon Musk, the man has like what 13, 14 children. I can't begrudge him there.
Yeah. He said he wants to keep having kids until he can't no more, man. I mean, dude, like with all that money, I think I would too, bro.
Maybe not by her though.
Not her, man. Definitely not her.
Give me 1 second. Hold on. I got a fucking beer order, man. I thought it was outside earlier. Let me see what time. Fucking beer order.
Is it snowing in Washington, John?
We got a little bit, man. It wasn't shit. It warmed up, rained this shit out the next day or so.
Yeah, it's snowing over here.
It's snowing there, yo. Your shit ain't going anywhere.
Nah, they saying there's gonna be some rain tomorrow, so I'm hoping for it, man.
Shit, that shit just gonna freeze. What's the weather like up there?
Right now, it's in the like 30s, 30, 32, 31.
And you want it to rain so to freeze?
Nah, supposedly it's gonna go up to 54 and it's gonna rain.
Oh yeah,
If it rains at least for like, I don't know, 3 hours, it will melt that shit away. But if it just rains for 1 hour, oh man, it's gonna be ice the next day, bro.
Man, I've been thinking about what topics we should do on the B-Braid show. What do you think? Or you got any suggestions?
Man, I was watching what's the name of this movie, man? The Wayne brothers. Boys in the Hood while sipping gin and juice. You seen that movie, right? In South Central. Right?
Yeah.
I was like, man, this would be a good movie for John to dissect, man.
I think I saw that shit years and years ago.
Yo, but man, I saw it yesterday, and it's still stuff that's relevant today, man. And I'm just like, God, Jesus, man.
You know, I just heard that California, In-N-Out Burgers moved out of California. Did you hear that?
Yeah, man.
Really?
Yeah, they left the 2 spots they had in Oakland, bro. When I used to go to Oakland, I used to go there all the time.
I heard they're moving out of California, moving their headquarters out of California. Has anyone heard that?
I mean, John, like Dunkin' Donuts, right? It's made here in Massachusetts. Like their headquarters was here, and they moved to Florida. Like that didn't change really anything. You know what I mean? So if they did move their headquarters from California somewhere, and they still got, let's say, businesses running in California, that really doesn't. It's not really going to make a difference.
Here's it. I mean, it's interesting from the same. It makes a difference in California, I would imagine, because their tax revenue.
That's if they take the restaurants.
Hold on. Let's see who the hell is this calling. Give me 1 second. Yeah. Will you want a room? Yeah, tonight?
Yeah, tonight.
Yeah, how many nights? Yeah. All we got right now is fuck. All we got right now is we got Northwest tonight. Yeah, Northwest.
Okay. Is it the same place I won the last time?
I don't know where you were last time.
I went to.
You booked the mystery room last time.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it's fine. You know, I just need a place to sleep. That's it.
All right, I'm gonna send you. You do Cash App?
Yeah.
All right, I'll send you a Cash App. Just Cash App request. All right, and once you pay it, I'll send you I seen the address and everything. You should know where it was. All right. I'm gonna send you everything you need. All right. Damn, you know what's interesting about that?
What?
I was able to send him my phone number in Airbnb through Airbnb's message through their platform, and they allowed it to go through. And typically they block messages like that if the guy is not a guest or a very recent guest, and they allowed the my phone number to go through. They're not blocking stuff like they used to be. That's interesting. That's very interesting.
Imagine if it was one of those executive orders.
Let me send this guy. What is that? We're gonna send him a Cash App before saying I think is this the gay guy? Is this the gay guy? Is that who this is? No, it's not the gay guy. Remember the guy that was sending me text messages like he just wanted like to find somebody to have sex with. Do you remember that, Latino?
Nah, for real, dude.
Yeah, that's what I thought this was.
Well, he was trying to get down with you, John.
Man, I'll see if I can find this shit. I'll see if I can find this shit. Let me send this guy a Cash App request. Give me 1 second. Okay. All right. Request. All right. Yeah, I didn't send him a request for somebody here. All right. Yeah. Something, man, like a freak type motherfucker. But yeah,
what?
In and out leaves corporate office in Orange County. Damn, Orange County. It's not like LA or San Francisco anywhere.
No, that's like white people shit. Orange County.
Hell yeah. After 30 years, why the fuck would they leave?
I mean, I know why they left Oakland.
Yeah, that makes sense. Damn. And relocate employees back to Baldwin Park. It's in LA, right?
No, I'm not familiar with the LA area.
I think Baldwin Park is in LA.
Oakland and San Fran.
Wow, they were in Irvine. Okay, that's a nice area.
Yeah, Irvine. I know where that is.
Baldwin Park. Okay, so that's not a bad move for California. They're not moving out of state.
No, they're not. They're just probably moving more down south, dude.
Yeah, they're moving to like inner city and shit. That's very interesting.
Yeah, but not past the San Fran, Oakland area though. Like they going down towards like LA and stuff.
Oh,
you
I
get what I'm
see.
saying?
Yeah. It seemed like they were started there.
Sacramento.
It seemed like they were started there in the LA area. It's very interesting.
Yeah, I mean they were getting robbed. I mean, they wasn't getting robbed. The customers was getting robbed.
Latino, would you have told your kids about that dead body if you and me?
I mean, nah, not really. There wouldn't be no need for me to tell them though.
Yeah.
Like unless it was a family member, somebody that they knew, then yeah.
Yeah.
But just some random dude, like people die every day, bro.
That is true. That is very true. Man, I took my son to see like a live chicken. I told him, I said, pick which chicken you want to eat. We buying some chicken and some shit. We went to one of those halal Muslim markets. I said, pick which chicken you want. And he like, what? Are they gonna kill it in front of us? And there it is. They killed the chicken. I think it kind of freaked him out, but I think some of this
Nah,
shit's kind of necessary.
that's crazy. My daughter, my daughter's the opposite, dude. She don't care.
Listen to Crip Walk and Serena right here.
Actually, it's funny
Have
because
mercy.
Andy Murray, he was been joking about myself and him playing a match, and I'm like, Andy, seriously, like, are you kidding me? Because for me, tennis and men's tennis and women's tennis are completely almost two separate sports. So I'm like, if I were to play Andy Murray, I would lose 6-0, 6-0 in 5 to 6 minutes, maybe 10 minutes, because no, it's true. It's true. It's
honestly,
a
really.
completely it's a completely different sport. The men are a lot faster, and they serve harder, they hit hard. It's just a different.
I ain't gonna play any more of this, but can you imagine? I don't know when this was, but this was long before the woke era, as it tweet shows here. Like, she can't say that today. It's really amazing, right?
Yeah.
Like, she really can't say that.
Speaking facts.
Yeah. What's 12th man talking about here? You in a stinky little ass town. He must be talking about Tom Gully here.
Yeah, they're having a little battle 12.
Yeah, they're two-man battle. Yo, speaking of I wanted to do some more talks about AI, and so this is interesting, bro. Check a look at this.
Doing stuff, but they just become part of the day to day. You got a good rhythm now. They don't take breaks. They don't need water. Makes you want to go harder.
These robots can track micro movements, simulate game time pressure, and provide real-time feedback faster than any coach or trainer could.
It definitely pushed our practices to another level.
What we're building is more than just technology.
Let me introduce you to my guy, Abe.
It's a tool that bridges engineering and human performance in a way that's never been done before. We worked closely with the coaches and players to understand exactly what they needed.
All right, get some shots up. Here we go. Yeah, at first it was definitely weird having all these robots moving around and doing stuff, but they just become part of the day to day. You got a good rhythm now. They don't take breaks. They don't need water. Makes you want to go harder.
These robots can track.
Yo, this is amazing right there, huh?
Yeah, man, but I don't know. I'm always iffy about that shit.
I mean, it's amazing, but you got to realize it's going to eliminate a lot of jobs because, like
that's
you just said,
the iffy part.
That's the iffy part. He just literally said they don't take breaks.
They don't
that
get
thing can
tired.
do that for. They don't get tired. They can do that for 24 hours straight. I mean, I'm not sure how the battery or whatnot, but our society and where we are headed, we like the convenience of AI, but at the same time, I literally was talking to my homeboy today, and I was at Walmart, and I was telling him, like, I don't like to go to self-checkout because I know from my degree and what I studied, me going to self-checkout is eliminating jobs. I can go put the pressure on the lady to ring up all these jobs, and they see, oh, we need 4 more cashiers, and then that's more jobs, that's more money for people. But we have self-checkout, you go straight to there. You can have. I went to Walmart and they had 2 cashiers and then like 15, 16 checkouts. Self-checkouts. And I'm like, dang, like you just eliminated hypothetically 8-10 jobs because of that. And they have one person that mans like 8
all 18 of them.
You know what I'm saying? Like they have 2 people man the self-checkouts on their own. It's 2 people instead of back in the day it was like 10 people working. So it's like, man, like it seems convenient, but you are cutting out some people's jobs, like real livelihoods. So I mean, something you got to consider.
Yeah, this is really interesting. Like, the damn thing can catch a basketball. Like, there ain't much they can't do.
Exactly. That's just like the tip of the iceberg, man. I mean, honestly, you just seen that small clip, but I mean, we start seeing that if you play basketball, you start seeing some other things where they'll shoot it through the hoop and they come out the net and it flips it back to you. That's cool. I mean, that's just technology, but it's just like when you start to consider like literally literal jobs where somebody can go in and clock in and stuff like that. And it sounds good, but hey, if you're not up to abreast of what's going on, you're not going to try to adapt to it and try to get into those fields that you can, like, take advantage of it. So a lot of people are not. The people that work those jobs, they're not really thinking about AI, technology, data, analytics, and all that stuff. So it's kind of.
Have you guys ever seen that that artwork that is a robot, and it's all it's doing is cleaning like this red liquid from the ground, and it's been there for like 6 years now, and it's been doing the same thing nonstop.
Oh my God! No, I haven't heard about
Like
that.
I'll put the video up. It's the saddest shit, dude.
Yeah, but I mean, it's funny. I jumped in when you had the Serena, and she was David Letterman, and she was talking about her skills and that kind of situation. I seen that a long time ago, and like I think John said, like today's society, where she said if she would have said that, she might have got canceled by saying like, no, I can't compete with those dudes that's serving 130 miles per hour. I mean, she might have got canceled, but she's one of the best tennis players of all time, right? We all know that, but it's just
one of the best women tennis players of all time.
Yeah. I mean, if you say that, I mean, yeah, but just the popularity of the game, her influence across the world. There's a lot of black people that wasn't watching tennis that start watching because of her and Venus. So that's why I say like she's one of the best ever, and you know what I'm saying. So
yeah, I don't take anything away from her. I thought it was just interesting that she said that. You know what's interesting about these robots here with Steph Curry is that they do add value. I would imagine, as you saw when he walked down to the court, they handed him an iPad or something. Let's say.
What we're building is more than just technology.
Let me introduce you to my guy, Abe.
It's a tool that bridges engineering and human performance in a way that's never been done before. We work closely with the coaches and players to understand exactly what they needed.
All right, get some shots up. Here we go. Yeah, at first it was definitely weird having all these robots moving around and doing stuff, but they just become part of the day-to-day. We got a good rhythm now. They don't take breaks. They don't need water. It makes you want to go harder.
These robots can track micro movements.
That's what I thought. You heard that?
Yeah, micro movements. So they doing some real analytics on your body formation and like your shooting form and muscle memory and all kind of stuff. Yeah, it's gonna be hard to compete with that.
Yeah, you can't compete with that.
You can't, but it's just the human element of like conversation and stuff like that. We gotta try to make sure we're not losing that. You know what I'm saying? Because it's so easy to just like, okay, you seen John, you seen iRobot?
It's a tool.
No, iRobot. It was a movie. It was a movie. The whole movie concept was he was like fearful of robots taking over and people losing their like their ability to like talk to people and this and that. So I literally saw this movie a long time ago, like 2008 or something. But I was watching it a few days ago, and he was like, he went to his grandma's house and he was eating like a pie or something, and he was like, "Oh, this is so good." She's like, "Oh, me and the robot been cooking this and that." And he was like really like standoffish about the robots and stuff like that. And the robots make everybody's life better, but it's just like you're losing the ability to like really interact with people. So if you watch the movie, that's what it's about. Like people are not interacting. They have robots running to do the grocery shopping, security. It's like that kind of a thing. And that's kind of where we're headed right now. If you want to be honest, like we just, I saw an article. I don't know if you probably saw it. It was talking about how men of a certain age don't approach women to like try to like interact with them. It's like it was a crazy number, man. I forgot what percentage. Now I was like, man, because we're not having to face the facial interactions anymore. So it's like all about online, and so a lot of people don't develop the the ability to do that and stand and project this and that. So it's kind of it's a really interesting time that we're living in, man. I'll say that.
Running counter to that is take a listen to this.
Okay.
We're on the fucking Zoom, and you were doing the following, okay? Looking at your mail, sending texts to each other.
Oops. Yeah, man, get rid of it. Oh, sorry. Yeah.
Yeah, it's not playing.
Oh, my bad. This is Jamie Dimon, by the way. Everyone knows who Jamie Dimon is, right? Everyone knows who Jamie Dimon is, right?
Yeah. Finance.
All right.
Finance
CEO of JP Morgan.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Okay.
The biggest bank in the world, maybe? I'm not sure.
I think it is.
Fucking Zoom, and you were doing the following, okay? Looking at your mail, sending texts to each other about what an asshole the other person is. Okay, not paying attention, not reading your stuff, and if you don't think that slows down efficiency, creativity, creates rudeness and stuff, it does. Okay. And when I found out that people are doing that, you don't do that in my goddamn meetings. You go to meet with me, you got my attention, you got my focus. I don't bring my goddamn phone. I'm not sending texts to people. Okay. It simply doesn't work. And it doesn't work for creativity. It slows down decision making. And don't give me the shit that work from home Friday works. I call a lot of people on Friday. They're not a goddamn person to get a hold of. But here are the problems, okay? And they are substantial, okay? Which is the young generation is being damaged by this. That means they may or may not be in your particular staff, but they are being left behind. They're being left behind socially, ideas, meeting people. In fact, my guess is most of you live in communities a hell of a lot less diverse than this room. Every area should be looking to be 10% more efficient. If I was running a department of 100 people, I guarantee you, if I wanted to, I could run it with 90 and be more efficient. I guarantee you, I could do it in my sleep. And the notion, these bureaucracies, I need more people, I can't get it done. No, because you're filling out requests that don't need to be done. Your people are going to meetings they don't need to go to. Someone told me to approve something as wealth management that they had to go to 14 committees. I am dying to get the name of the 14 committees. And I feel like firing 14 chairmen of committees. I can't stand it anymore. Now, you have a choice. You don't have to work at JP Morgan. So the people of you who don't want to work at the company, that's fine with me. I'm not mad at you. Don't be mad at me. It's a free country. You can walk with your feet, but this company is going to set our own standards and do it our own way. And I've had it with this kind of stuff. And, I come in, I've been working 7 days a goddamn week since COVID, and I come in and where's everybody else? But they're here and there, and the Zooms don't show up, and people say they didn't get stuff. So that's not how you run a great company. We didn't build this great company by doing that, by doing the same semi-disease shit that everybody else does.
Ooh. Okay, so John, he was talking about I think I read an article literally early this morning where it's talking about people is complaining about coming back to the office and working 5 days, not working remote anymore, and they don't want to come back to the office or whatnot. So the whole premise of this is him talking about, we need to come back to the office. So there's a lot of people we were just talking about this. Like you lose the concept of like interacting with people and building rapport and building a team. Ideas like being in the trenches and stuff like that. These people are figuring out that, and I worked for a state government. I don't know if you remember me, John, but I'm from Alabama too, man. I work for the state, and I've seen wasteful spending, and I know a lot of people that work that for federal government, and they tell me like, I work 2 hours a day, but I'm just sitting in there and I'm taking, I'm doing my thing and I'm getting my retirement. I'm GS 9, 11, and this and that. And I'm like, dang, that's crazy. So when you hear about these different people saying like, there's a lot of wasteful spending that can be corrected, and you have what's it called? Elon Musk is doing Doge. That thing he's doing right now, where they're trying to eliminate wasteful spending in the government. It's in the private sector too, man. I mean, so what he's saying, like, people don't want to. Now, I get, like, I work for a company that's private sector. You can, most positions, I think you have to come in the office once a week at least. But other than that, you can work from remote. That's kind of fair, because, you know, if you're not getting paid that much and you don't have to drive, commute, that's cool. But certain positions like banking, that demands a little bit more in-face, like, interactions. So I get what he's saying. And then also, if you don't want to work for a place, I mean, if you're not making that much money, you can probably find another place you can work for and try to get the same kind of money. So that's how I feel about it.
Are you still in Atlanta? I mean, Alabama?
No. I mean, I'm in Florida now. I'm in one of the best states ever, man. So that's where, when I moved from Alabama, I moved to Florida, and I started working for the state. I started doing some economics. I got a degree in economics, so I started doing some stuff there, and learned a lot of stuff about, you know, economics and jobs and labor markets and participation and all that stuff. So it kind of helped me to really realize what was going on in society, because before then I was just on some, you're just taking advantage of people, and people want to work and this and that, so on and forth. So.
Damn, hold on for 1 minute. Right now. Hello?
Hello.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Hello. Yeah. Did you say you send the information or what?
Yeah, I sent you a Cash App request.
No, I don't have it. I don't have a Cash App, right?
How you gonna pay me?
Yeah, I'm gonna. Yeah, I have Cash App. I don't have your Cash App.
I just sent you a request. Check your Cash App.
Oh.
Yeah, check your Cash App. You can call me back. Damn, what the fuck? Whoa. These niggas. Nigga must be not found him a little piece of tail. What time is it? It's 12 fucking o'clock. You know, found him a little piece of tail, right? So he calling me looking for a room for the night. I guarantee that's what it is. Who the fuck living in a room at 12 o'clock? Anyway, so I was gonna say, anyone in the audience from Atlanta? Anyone go to Atlanta? Look a bit. Anyway, I did a stream the other day, Brave and I, Be Brave and I, right? And this was the thumbnail. I just found this shit online, right? So I went back and I looked through the thumbnail. I don't know if you can see it. There it is, right?
APD's most wanted.
This nigga calling me back now. Yeah.
Yeah, I sent it.
All right. I'm seeing the information right now. Mm-hmm. All right. So this was a thumbnail for the stream for Brave and I. I didn't even look at this shit. I just saw the APD's most wanted, just ran with it, right?
Bad boys.
But then I came back and I looked at this shit and I said, oh shit. When is this dated? This is dated. Anybody go to Atlanta? Media me, you go to Atlanta at all?
Yeah. I mean,
Right,
that's one of my summer crowd. I love Atlanta. I understand.
It is dated February 12th, right?
February 12th. Okay.
3 days ago.
Right. So you see this guy right here. Let me zoom in. Damn. See if I can zoom in.
Which dude?
The on the second row to the right here. You see him? Right.
Bald dude that look like Bob.
Right. And I
Oh,
said,
wow.
oh shit, I remember that name. Check this out. Jonathan Soto, right? Jonathan Soto. Yo, you ain't gonna believe this shit. Right, check this shit out.
Yo, he sound Latino, man.
Check this shit out right here. Soto. Anyway, no one from Atlanta in the audience here? Hey, Stank D, you from Auburn? I went to Tuskegee, man. He used to go
Are
to
you
all
talking about
the
Compound for the club Compound in
yeah,
Atlanta?
Compound the club. Yeah, Compound the
Oh
club.
man, that club is legendary. Yeah,
Compound.
yeah.
Compound.
Compound. Yeah,
Right.
that was the spot back in the day, bro.
Look, now check this out. You see this? Jonathan
Oh
Soto,
my
the guy I just
god.
showed you, is a suspect in the murder of Michael Gideon. Gideon used to be a big club guy, Ethiopian guy in Atlanta, owner of the
Remember
Republican
this?
Republic, right?
Yeah.
Who was shot outside the lounge in Atlanta. Yo, they still ain't caught this nigga.
Dang.
You shoot a big time.
Well, it was like a few years ago he got killed.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, I think it was a few, maybe
Yeah.
two or
Yo,
three.
and these
Like,
guys
yeah.
were friends too, bro. These guys were friends. Soto and Michael were friends. Michael Gideon and his brother owned two clubs, one of which was a Compound nightclub, and they closed the club after he was killed. There's another who was the first one. No, that's not him.
Dang.
Soto probably.
John, you ever went to the Compound?
Yeah, I've been to the Compound. Look, he's still at large.
Yeah.
Man.
Yeah, he probably in DR. He probably outside the country.
Yeah, here you go.
Yeah. He probably skated, man. I went to Compound. I think, man, it was a while ago, John, but I think it was like Jeezy was in there.
Yeah,
it was
I
like
can see
a whole section.
Yeah, and here's the other club
It was
he's on, Republic.
three people
Right?
in there at the same time, three famous people.
Yeah, you see this the other club he's on. Let's take a look. Look, take a look.
Atlanta police need your help finding this man right here on your screen. They say he is connected with the killing of a nightclub co-owner last weekend. This is 39-year-old Jonathan Soto. He's accused of killing Michael Gideon. Now, tonight we are learning more about Soto's relationship with the victim.
11 Alive's Dawn White has been on this story since it first broke on Saturday. She joins us now live outside the Republic Lounge where a candlelight vigil just wrapped up. So, Dawn, what have you learned this evening?
Ron and Jennifer, that candlelight vigil took place about an hour ago, and hundreds of people came out for that. During the balloon release, some of the balloons, they got stuck in the power lines, and West Midtown was without power for about an hour and a half. Crews just restored power a few minutes ago, as you can see behind me over there. And speaking of the case, Atlanta police, they originally told us that it was a drunk customer who shot and killed Michael Gideon after he got kicked out of the club. But a former worker tells me today that the suspect actually worked for Gideon as a promoter. People who love 49-year-old father of four, husband and business owner Michael Gideon came out to this vigil Wednesday evening at the place he was shot and killed.
He was very close to a lot of people. I looked up to him like an older brother.
Michael owned AG Entertainment along with his brothers. Curtis Elson worked for the company for 9 years.
It was very unexpected that when I heard the news, I was very shocked.
That news, this man, Jonathan Soto, is now the suspect in the murder of his boss. Curtis said Soto worked for Michael as a promoter for the past few years.
I never really seen too much hatred towards each other. I've always seen them working as a team.
I was shocked and I was hurt.
Big Ray is one of Michael's many friends.
I'm personally relieved that they've identified somebody in a senseless crime. You know, Mike was such a good guy, you know, a good family man, a kind man, a gentle guy, like always a smile.
Curtis urges Soto to turn himself in.
He didn't want to leave and comply. I mean, you know, you got to pick and choose what to, you know, just how to react on things that even have to happen like that.
Michael's brothers are offering a $100,000 reward for information leading to Soto's arrest. His brothers also posted on Instagram they have known this suspect for 20 years.
Damn.
We caught up with
Gee Louise, man. John, you from I think you said you from North Alabama, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, did you have like a huge connection with Atlanta, like being from up there?
Yeah, I'm like right off of I-20. So we could go straight to Atlanta. I'd be in Atlanta like hour and a half easily.
Yeah,
I'm right outside of Atlanta, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know,
that's what I'm saying. Like a lot of people don't understand, like, even though you know, if you in a certain part of Alabama, northern part, I want to say Huntsville, because that's kind of 2 hours It's a few hours away from Atlanta, but there's a lot of parts where you can get to Atlanta real quick within 2 hours.
Yeah.
Their culture is like really it rubs off on us back then because I lived in Gaston,
Yeah, I'm from
Anniston.
Anderson. Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
from
Anniston. I lived in Anniston back in the day, right? So
you live in Anderson when?
yeah, man. I've been talking about when I say I lived in Anniston, I was a little bit younger, so I was talking about
I
90.
was there. You went to school and shit.
I was in middle school.
What middle school you went to?
What was it? Because we lived in Fort McClellan Military Brat.
You went to Anderson Middle School?
Yeah.
I went there.
So I was there. Man, what? No, I'm about to turn 40, so
I'm 49.
I was there 98, 99, 98.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
so I mean, so I was up there, my sister, she was up there. She graduated from Anderson High School. No, Jacksonville. I'm sorry, Jacksonville.
You in Jacksonville.
Yeah. So we was commuting there for some odd reason. I'm not exactly sure. I mean, I don't know where we are on base, but yeah, so we went there, man. But I know that we were heavily influenced, or people up there can be influenced by Atlanta culture. But this story right here, when I read about it initially, and now I've been to Compound several times, I was like, yeah, man, that club was like magical almost. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like you be a young person. You download an album, you listen to an album, and then you actually go there and see an artist in a section.
Yeah.
Like, man, I mean, like I said, I seen Jeezy. That was like 2007, 2008, like prime Jeezy 7. So, I mean, Compound was a big deal. So that dude, he had to be super rich, man, because Compound was a...
Yeah, it was two Ethiopian brothers.
Yeah, they have to be really straight, man, when it comes to money. But, yeah, Atlanta...
Yeah, they own multiple clubs, too, you know. They own this club, and it looks like another club called Republic. So I think they eventually closed Compound. I think that was mentioned there.
Yeah. I haven't heard about that in a while. I mean, of course, other clubs gonna pop up and stuff like that, and you're gonna take advantage of that for as long as it's open before somebody get killed. So
for Atlanta, oftentimes you get one or two good club promoters that can keep the club open, keep it, running, keep it looking professional. I think for Atlanta, those were the guys, or at least at some point in time. And unfortunately, they killed one.
Yeah. Promotion. I mean, be a promoter at a club, like a large club like that. It's a lot of risk come with it, because you have to pay artists a certain amount. You have the attendance don't hit for some reason. You have people getting killed. It's a lot of stuff that go into it. I have a friend that's in Alabama he's a huge popular promoter. He went through all that, minus the killing stuff, but he had to deal with a lot of stuff, man. People get shot outside the club, and then now the club is not as popular for a few months until they get back on their feet. So it's a lot of that stuff that go on, man. But like I said, Atlanta is one of my favorite cities, man. I live in Florida, but it's just Atlanta is like a really special place, man. You on mute, John.
I'm not a big fan of Atlanta. I don't know why.
Well, I mean, you lived in DC, right?
Yeah, that's where I am now. Yeah.
Yeah, so you got the classier version of Atlanta, right?
Yeah, it's a little bit more sophisticated. I will say.
So you have the best of the black people without the clapping, shooting people in the club per se.
I tell people all the time, and we were just talking about it here. The problem with Atlanta, from my opinion, even if you don't have any bullshit inside the club, it's the parking lots.
The parking lot is crazy, bro.
You know what I mean? Niggas have a party down there in the parking lot.
I mean, well, Atlanta's known for the parking lot and Waffle House, right? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, taking advantage of the parking lot. You leave the club, you can park a lot pimp. That's what they call it, right? You might not even go to the club. It's too packed. They have capacity. You post up outside. Well, outside, they don't have any security that can check your car. You have a machine gun. So you have that going on. But, I mean...
But why does that even have to happen, though?
I don't know, Latino. That's what I'm thinking. Like back in the day, like when I was younger and I was in the clubs and stuff like that, I wasn't thinking about like hurting
Me
people. Like
neither, bro.
it was like
You were out fishing.
women, pretty women everywhere.
Yeah,
Like,
we
why
were
would you?
out fishing, bro. Like that was our focus.
You
Go
have to be
fishing,
like
go
a
hunting.
real devil to want to hurt people when there's like people dancing, you just dancing, drinking, and having fun. Like you, that's just kind of how I thought about it. Like, man, bro, like you really want to fight and shoot people?
Yeah,
It's like
man,
women. Man, that's crazy. I don't know. I don't know.
Hey, did y'all see? Did y'all see
bust a
that
nut,
Gilly
go
the Kid?
home, man.
Did y'all see that Gilly the Kid interview with Shay Shay?
Yep. Yeah.
What did you
With
think
who?
about that shit?
With
Club
who?
Shay Shay.
With
Gilly
who?
the Kid.
Shannon Sharp.
Yeah, Shannon Sharp.
Yeah,
but
so
interviewing who?
Shannon Sharp interviewed Gilly the Kid from
Oh
Philly.
yeah. I saw that.
Yeah, I didn't see. I'm not gonna say I've seen the whole thing, but I've seen like some real big portions. So, Shannon
What
Sharp
part
was
do you
talking.
remember? What part sticks in your mind?
So Shannon Sharp mentioned the boy from Philly, the
Yeah.
basketball player that got
Yeah.
killed. So I remember seeing that part where Gilly was like, yeah, he's part of the people, one of the people that killed my son or whatever.
Yeah.
And a lot of people said Shannon Sharp knew that, but that's why he asked him about it. I don't know if
I don't
he
think
did.
he knew.
I don't think he knew. I don't think he knew.
if he
either,
knew, I think if he knew, he would not have described him that way. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. Exactly.
Did you hear that part, Latino?
Yeah, I did. But the part that I gravitated the most was when he said that he didn't sign with Jay-Z. And he said, look at the picture. You could tell the dudes that smile and the dudes that don't smile.
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
So when he's with the white folks, he be smiling with the billionaires. But when he's with the niggas, it's like like y'all here to work for me.
Yeah. Well, I mean, Latino, like I really feel like that's real, and I think in our community, it's a saying. It's a saying, John. It's like, what's the saying? Where the people feel better when they're linked to white people more than black people, and this and that. So it's one of those things where he's all those people that's at that party, hypothetically, are considered in the 1% of world population of income. So everybody there is really, really successful in that regard. But then he separates it by saying, "Oh, I'm a billionaire now, and I'm happy to be around other billionaires." So he looking sad, or he's not even smiling around somebody that's worth 400, 500 million. That's literally what Gilly was saying, and it's real. Like, if you look at the pictures, like, oh, these niggas, like, I own these Gilly. But people have been saying that Gilly has a problem with Jay-Z because Jay-Z didn't sign him to some lucrative deal. So Latino, I don't know if you want to expound on that a little bit more, but it's just like, I don't know if that's true, but also I've seen those pictures, man. I've seen how happy he is, and I've seen when Diddy had a video, was it 2020, and he was like, "Hey, we got to do better going forward. Like we up in the standards," and it was like Jay-Z was sitting there like looking back, like
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like he was like looking like salty face, but then I mean,
like trying to distance himself, type of.
Yeah, it was like back
I
then,
see
man.
that.
Okay, so I'm not crazy with thinking that. Okay, yeah. So it's like
I peeped that, man. Come on.
Yeah. But golly, everybody there is worth 50 million or more, maybe.
Man,
30 million.
Talking about that, I was listening to Young Buck, man. I mean, not Young Buck. What's the name? Lloyd Banks, right? And there's a part in the song where he says that he's a player, he's a pimp, and all he got to do is call Diddy and get a chick. And I'm like, what? And like this shit came back in 07, and I'm like, yo, this dude's talking about calling P. Diddy for chicks.
Yeah,
It's just crazy, bro.
Yeah. I mean, that whole industry, man. If you're not built for it, like it's a lot of.
Yeah, that shit will
I don't
eat
want to
you
say
up, bro.
it will eat you up, man. And I think that's what happens to a lot of people. Like you come in thinking I'm gonna do this and that, and you realize you're supposed to do this and that, and then that's where you get lost in the sauce, man. I don't know. That's why I be respecting people like I would say Dave Chappelle. He said, Dave Chappelle is Hollywood, but he lives in like Ohio or something. So he'll like go work in California or New York, and then he'll go back to, you know what I'm saying? So you won't be totally engulfed in that lifestyle. That lifestyle is strong, bro.
Elon sleeps anywhere he working at.
No, Elon. What did he say? He works 70 hours a week.
Yo,
80
he's
hours?
sleeping in government buildings, bro. With his whole family, bro.
Yeah, I don't know. That's insane. That's insane. You work 280 billion, 300 billion
You
or
can
something.
stay at the Ritz Carlton, dog. Like, come on,
That's
man.
you taking stuff working hard to the next level. That's kind of insane in my opinion. Yeah.
John, you gonna hop on that opportunity with them houses going down on prices, huh?
Yeah, we're gonna see if they go down on price. I don't
Like,
think so.
you better hop on that, because I'm telling you, there was a guy talking about this, man. He's saying that 130 grand on most homes in Washington D.C. and I'm like, nah, that's crazy, bro.
Nah, that's gotta be capped. That's gotta be capped.
Nah, bro. I thought it was capped too, bro. But you gotta understand, there's a whole bunch of government employees that are getting laid off, man.
No, I just read that. My homeboy sent me a text. He said a lot of jobs. He said unemployment rate in Washington D.C. is like dropping because of they eliminating jobs. I'm like, okay, but y'all overpay people up there too, man.
Yeah, they
y'all pay, man. They overpay people because, like I said, John, like DC, the same position from DC to somebody in Lower Alabama at a government base, it might be $100,000 difference,
bro.
And
Yeah,
doing the same job, doing the same job. It's amazing.
And the person in Alabama probably does a better job.
That's what I'm saying. Like, it's like, wow, man. Well, I don't know if John knows. There's a.
You know what I mean? It's the security clearances that really make a difference. Hey, hold on. Stank D said he lives in I don't know if he lives in Auburn, but he's from Auburn. Yeah, we used to go to Auburn all the time, man. Guthries chicken. Oh, I used to love that shit.
Oh, that hit now. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, you know
is this shit still open? Guthries chicken? You ever
we
heard
got
it?
Guthries here too. Yeah.
It's still open there. Okay. Oh,
Yeah, Guthries here.
Yeah.
Dang, John. Okay.
Yeah.
You get the Guthries is like, I don't know if you know what Zaxby's is.
Yeah, Zaxby's is very similar in a way, right?
Yeah, but Guthrie's was, I don't know what it was. It was like more auntie cooking the chicken. It hit a little bit different. I mean, Zaxby's hits too, but yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Guthrie's.
And that sauce is really what does it. That $1,000
sauce, yeah, bro. Yeah, yeah.
Man, here's some interesting shit I saw from the Gilly shit. I think I got it at the right point. Take a listen to this.
Subscribe to shit that is not even really them. And then they got to prove themselves.
All right, let me go back a bit.
That's not really you. And that's most of the kids out here.
Mm-hmm.
Most of the kids in the suburbs subscribe to shit that is not even really them. And then they got to prove themselves. Well, I don't believe you. You grew up in the suburbs. I don't believe you tough. So what you gonna do? You gonna prove yourself? And then a lot of them end up trying to prove themselves, and a lot of them end up in a sad situation.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Like, now I can't say that my son was just a totally suburban. He hung out in North Philly. He hung out in the ghettos. He had family down there. So, but what he was trying to be wasn't him.
He chose a life that he didn't have to be.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
You, on the other hand, you grew up in that. That's all you knew that was around.
Absolutely.
If your mom had you out in the burbs, like you said, when you went to college, it exposed you to something else.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So, you know, a lot of times the kids in the ghetto, they subscribe to something because of an image. They don't want to be looked at as pussy. The kids, oh, he turkey. Oh, they don't want to be looked at as a certain way. So that'll drive a that's not even into that life to do some shit that he had no business doing because he don't want to be perceived as a certain way.
I'm sorry that you had to hear the comments about the Illuminati because you got money now. And normally when black people get money,
now that for murdering my son, right?
Graces and keep this paper coming.
Now now that we know one of the kids that was responsible for murdering my son, right? So I guess the Illuminati came to a 16-year-old kid that's in high school and said, yeah, we need you to kill Gilly's son for Illuminati purposes. See how idiotic this shit sounds? That as a black man, you can't just work hard.
No.
And put the work in every day. And blessings come from that you got to come from somewhere else.
Right.
So I don't pay that shit no mind, man.
Have you met the kid? Have you talked to the kid that took your son's life?
Nah, I never met him. Only reason why I know is because the police called me and told me once he was murdered. Once he got, because the kid had just got shot 17 times. He was walking with his mom.
Oh.
And he got murdered.
Dang.
And then the police notified me and let.
So the 4.0 GPA dude was walking with his mom's and he got smoked?
Yeah.
Damn.
He's the one
they
that
didn't hit his mom's though.
And he's the one that killed this boy's son, this man's son. So the guy he's talking about that was shot 17 times, killed his son, and was later killed himself. I'll go back a little bit.
Yeah, that's right. So it's real.
He's knocked out your watermelon because that's all that's going to happen. Because it ain't no successful drug dealers out here. It's not no successful criminals out here. No, they die and they go to jail. So if you want to be in jail for the rest of your life, that's cool. If you want to get the seeds knocked out your melon, that's cool. But I'm here to tell you that's what's going to happen. That ain't even about cheese no more.
I had a conversation with Wallow, and Wallow was the one that broke the news to you that your son had passed. You remember that conversation?
Yeah, no, it wasn't even a conversation. It was, we was in a hospital and Wallow broke down and walked out of the hospital.
Did you know something then?
Absolutely. Absolutely, 100%. I knew something.
So you say, well, okay, Wallow, what's up?
I already knew. So when I followed him out, I already knew what it was. Because I already knew who it was coming from. It was coming from Skip. Skip is a police officer in the Philadelphia Police Department.
Connected.
So I
El
already knew
Paso,
what it was coming
Texas.
from.
+1 915.
How did your son get involved? How did Cheese get involved in that life? Because at this point in time, Gilly, you made a name for yourself. You got bread.
Well, you got to understand. And I can only tell the truth. Being a follower. Plain and simple. Being a follower.
Dang,
Wanting to subscribe to some shit that's not really you. And that's most of the kids out here. Most of the kids in the suburbs subscribe to shit that is not even really them. And then they got to prove themselves. Well, I don't believe you. You grew up in the suburbs. I don't believe you tough. So what you gonna do? You gonna prove yourself? And then a lot of them end up trying to prove themselves, and a lot of them end up in a sad situation. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Like, now I can't say that my son was just a totally suburban. He hung out in North Philly. He hung out in the ghettos. He had family down.
See, that's what I'm saying. This is so interesting because, like, you moved him out of the ghetto, but the ghetto brought him back in anyway. You know what I'm saying? Like, you might well stay in the fucking ghetto, bro. And maybe try to improve.
I don't know if you remember this clip. It was a Deion Sanders' son
Hey, give
This
me
is
1
like,
minute, man. I got a delivery, bro. Hold it down for like 2 minutes. I just got a delivery.
It wasn't
Yeah.
Deion Sanders' son. It was what's his name, dog? Michael Irvin.
Was it? No. It was both of them. No. Let me. This is minor. This is Deion Sanders' son was minor. It's like somebody talk about some like food in the hood. He's like, yeah, bro. You know the donuts over there is good. And then Deion Sanders was like, man, you had a trust fund. You don't know nothing about no hood, right? This is like 5 years ago. So I know what you talk about. Michael Irvin, he exposed his son. He said like you grew up in a house with what 10,000 square feet, 20,000
with a gate.
Like, and then his son couldn't even argue that. He's like, man, it wasn't that big. No. That was more cap. Like I think Michael Irvin was talking about his son was rapping about like hard situations. And he's like, man, you grew up in a 10,000, 20,000. No, it wasn't that big. And then even the interviewer laughed at that. It was just like, man, and it's just a tough situation to be in our community, man. Like I don't know why you want to try to pretend to be in a worse situation. I mean, I get it.
Goddamn Miller Lite back in stock.
I mean, I get it a little bit. You remember Latino, you seen the movie of ATL? Latino?
ATL, yeah, I seen that shit.
Yeah, John, you remember the what's her name? Lauren London, her character was she wanted to pretend like she was from the hood, but her family was up to, like really, really in good standing and stuff like that, and had Picasso's. Yeah. So I mean, it's something. Our culture is a little bit different. So, I like me and my friends. We all kind of strive to make our kids brag about being taken care of and having this and that, compared to some of my friends growing up, but they didn't have that upbringing. So,
Man, when Michael Irvin, right, his son did an interview on Vlad TV. And they asked him, he's like, yo, so your dad said that you wasn't, a gangster like that or whatever. And he doubled down. He goes like, man, my dad don't know what I be going through.
Yeah, it's cap. I mean,
I'm like, bro, come on, man.
Yeah, it'd be cap a little bit, man. He might have gone through some stuff, but it's like you went through some stuff, but you were in a 8,000 square foot house.
Come on, man. Your dad raised you, even though he might have been playing football all year long, man. He got you a house, community gate, probably private school. You want to talk about he's gangster? Man, cut that shit out, man. Like, I don't understand why they want to go backwards, bro. Like, me growing up in the projects, bro, my dream was always to move out the projects. And
you ever see if you look at the music videos that he made, right? Like, he,
I'm sorry.
Let me play a little bit more of this shit, and then we're gonna look up the video of his son.
But what he was trying to be wasn't him.
He chose a life that he didn't have to.
Absolutely.
He's saying, like, he chose a life he didn't have to. Why did he do that? Like, why would you do that? And it just goes to show you that the lure of the street life.
It's so powerful, man. The culture is way more powerful than any father. I don't care how much money you have,
or is it just straight ignorance?
It's both, because John, it's
ignorance,
both,
right?
But also it's because our culture, because you don't hear no Ethiopian, you don't hear no Vietnamese person that have a lot of wealth try to go back into the show where they come from. It's our culture, man.
Well, I mean, if they did, it probably wouldn't be dangerous for them. The problem is, in this case, this guy has become very successful, right, in his own right, and he's going back among poor people.
I couldn't. If I was rich, I couldn't move back.
Right, some of them are his family, right, and these people are looking at him. They're like, "Damn, he's more prey than he is anything." You know what I'm saying? And I think that's really the biggest issue is he moved out, and now he's coming back here, and it's almost like he's flaunting wealth every time he come back. He got more
Yeah,
wealth than the
exactly.
neighborhood does.
Exactly.
And that breeds animosity.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know
if
what
he-
we call that at home? Lambong. Lambong is a person that leeches, bro. So he go over there, everybody leeches off of him. He feels
Right.
like he's important.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And then the first time he don't get somebody something, he ends up in court like ASAP Rocky.
Yup.
Right?
Yeah.
You know, and that's really, if you look at the ASAP Rocky case, that's really what a lot of the shit boils down to. They all wanted money from Rocky, right?
Mhm.
And he, I guess he wasn't giving everybody enough money. You can't feed all these niggas.
You can't feed 30 dudes. That's one of the other things where dudes go wrong. They be having these big entourages, like
Yeah, they want to bring their whole squad, bro.
whole squad. Like, you better get 5 dudes and just take care of them, because like
You need
40
5.
dudes.
You got 5 dudes, 5 baby mamas, 5.
You know what I'm saying? Like 5 kids.
Man, I'll be like 50 Cent.
Everybody needs to stand on their own fucking 2 feet. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'll be like
Yeah.
50 Cent. I'll be like 50 Cent. I'm like, you want a job? I could get you a job.
We all come together and help each other, but damn, like all these people basically are like, cost centers. They just got their hands out. They're not really helping the man making money. But this guy said something interesting. I hope we find it here. If not, I'll find it.
You, on the other hand, you grew up in that. That's all you knew. That was around.
Absolutely.
If your mom had you out in the burbs, like you said, when you went to college, it exposed you to something else.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So, a lot of times the kids in the ghetto, they subscribe to something because of an image. They don't want to be looked at as pussy.
Mm-hmm.
The kids, he turkey. They don't want to be looked at as a certain way. So that'll drive them that's not even
Illuminati, because you got money.
The old kid that's in high school and said, we need you to kill Gilly's son for Illuminati purposes. See how idiotic this shit sounds?
Mm-hmm.
That as a black man, you and black is that and they talk, and then apparently this kid name was the Joker, and
this
is that was pretty.
Oh, this is it.
Once he got, because the kid had just black and said, we need you to kill Gilly's son. Black man, you can't just work hard.
No.
And put the work in every day. And blessings come from that.
Have you met the kid? Have you talked to the kid that took your son's life?
Nah, I never met him. Only reason why I know is because the police called me and told me once he was murdered. Once he got, because the kid had just got shot 17 times. He was walking with his mom.
Oh.
And he got murdered. And then the police notified me and let me know that he was one of the kids that was pretty much about to get locked up for the murder, but he got murdered first. So, and then, when you do something in the streets know. So, they all on Instagram and they talk, and then, apparently this kid name was the Joker.
Streets know because they want the
that's what he did. So, but he had to deal with God. That's how I look at it.
And then Charleston White said something disrespectful and derogatory towards your son, but he later apologized. Did you accept his apology? Did you talk to Charleston?
No, but you can't. I can't respect niggas like that because what I know you.
Can I ask you a question?
Yeah, give me 1 second. I'm about to get to you. I want you guys to hear
it. I ask you, what do you know him for? Think of.
I just wondering why he's dressed up like 7-Up. Why does he look like 7-Up?
Yeah, that's it. I didn't even talk about
Well, he
that.
looked like this. He looked like this.
Hey, take a listen to this, guys. He does. I was going to talk about. He does look stupid as fuck in this outfit. But this is one of the myths I think exist in Black America, and it's fucking stupid as fuck, man. Like one of the myths I think that exist in Black America. I didn't get the chance to see that, Latino. Let me see it. Almost. Man, what you doing drinking 7-Up, bro? Hey, take a look. Take a
That's
listen
the
to
shit
this.
that we drank back in DR. We didn't drink Sprite.
I think this is a myth that exists in Black America, and it really kind of shows you the blind spot of their thinking. Like medium still here. I want you to listen to this. Listen.
Am I wrong, Gil? It used to be like the athletes, they got protected.
Right.
Nobody touched them. Hey, he good now. He gonna be what we, they're gonna be talking about the block. He from the block, he got out.
That's a fucking lie like a
They protected those guys. What happened?
That's a fucking lie like shit.
You crazy? The athletes want to be the rappers. This is the retarded.
Well, he's saying that, and Stephen A. Smith has told this lie recently about how like he was smart, he was protecting in the neighborhood. I've never seen that or experienced that before. I ride around neighborhoods all the time, like everybody's free game, right?
Bro, nah. Like maybe what they talking about, but they don't want to really say it is sometimes you gotta, like, when you somebody big, let's say for instance in the African community or something as a rapper, like you gotta pay homage, you know what I'm saying?
But what he's saying is if you're an up and coming basketball player,
That's not necessarily true, bro.
Yeah, I know it's not true.
Nah, it's not true, man. I mean,
if anything, you better move that athlete out of that neighborhood as quick as possible before some nigga tries to do something now.
I mean, if it were true, Shannon Sharp would be able to live in one of these black ass neighborhoods.
Yeah,
but you know what's even more important, which is even more important based upon what he just said here.
He sound crazy.
Is if that is true, if what he's saying is true, that by the fact that the neighborhood that you lived in saw potential in you and protected you, then you owe those people. You owe those people. You know what I'm saying? Like that neighborhood that allows you to make it out and held you to higher regard and protected you. You owe them. Because you could have been one of these dead motherfuckers that that wasn't protected, right?
He's talking about how it's supposed to be, and like if you ever think about like the idea of what's real, that's not how it was, man.
I don't think it ever was.
It might be one out of 25 kids, like the hood, be like, yeah. They're gonna be they're great in science or something like that. We're gonna protect them. It might be one hood dude that do that, but you see it in movies and stuff like that.
Even then, bro, like, come on, man. Even if he's a scientist, bro, they ain't gonna celebrate that. They'll celebrate.
No, we're not celebrating. Come on,
that's what I'm saying.
We're gonna celebrate anything that makes sense. Like,
you get what I'm saying? So this is the thing, like, in a sense. In a sense, I get what he's saying with the whole protection thing, but it's not really protection. It's just people waiting for you to blow up. So they treat you.
They can get something from it. Yeah.
It's all off the side, bro.
Our culture, like, we don't celebrate. Like we have it backwards. We have it backwards. Wait a second.
Can I ask y'all a question? Like,
yeah,
why would you dress that bright with a big ass hat like that on? I mean, come on, man. What you trying to do, man?
Because he's a Riri.
That's a good question. I'm gonna give you that, but I talk, man. Like when it comes to our culture, like we celebrate stuff that other cultures frown upon. I'll tell you this, John. I mean, you from around the area I'm from, man. So my dad told me, like, before, like, there's a, man, I don't want to sound too gruesome and stuff like that, but there's a culture of like doing certain things that's not frowned upon. I mean, that's frowned upon. You do that and you get out of it. Like, it's like he used some kind of terminology and stuff like that, where you don't celebrate certain bad things that you have done. And then he told me this when I was really, really young. And then now, of course, he's older. He's like, yeah, that's wrong stuff to tell you and whatnot. But our culture is like, we celebrate stuff that other cultures frowned upon, and they don't have this in the forefront of like social media and this and that. We do. We have that, and that's kind of how what we're talking about right now. It's like, man, this is something. You about to show something right now that is frowned upon across most cultures.
Right.
Go ahead.
I think it's frowned upon amongst all. I think what this really shows is like, damn, let me take this dude's phone call. Shit, hold on 1 minute. God damn.
No one dresses up like 7-Up, though. I mean, nobody. I mean,
It's an up thing, man. It's an up thing.
I'd rather dress up like a chili pepper or something.
Yeah, take a look.
Look
Take
like
a
a
look.
jalapeno.
Take a listen to this. It's kind of a sad story, actually, man. You know, it really kind of highlights like the family breakdown to me, to be honest with you. Let's take a listen.
I lost a 2-year-old. I'm dying inside. It hurt. I feel like my heart is breaking. And I have 2 more kids to live for.
It's been a long journey for Tatiana Williams with an even tougher battle ahead.
Yeah.
She spent the last 3 months living in a van with her children.
And I regret having to sleep out there so bad. I tell them I'm sorry, but I tried. I tried to keep hotels. I tried to pay people to stay there. It wasn't working for me.
1 a.m. on Monday morning, they parked at the Hollywood Greektown Casino parking garage in below freezing temps. Overnight, the car ran out of gas, and the next day, her 9-year-old son was not breathing.
I tried to give him CPR, and I was just giving him CPR. I just kept saying, Petty, don't leave me. Don't.
Damn, she was homeless, bro?
Mm-hmm. Damn, it's crazy.
Living out a van or something like that. Now, in her defense, man, like the baby father got to step in and say something like, "Let me get the kids." I mean, I don't know how people hate. Yo, look, Tino, if you hitting some chick,
damn, man,
you have some kids, put her in your house, man. Like, just figure it out, man.
Like. Oh my lord, dude!
Bro,
like,
you don't have to be in the same room. You can be like, hey, you want to sleep in this room? But your kids,
dude, we got I don't know, man. Like, for instance, let's say something happened with me and my wife, man, and of course, I would have to leave my home because I'm not gonna kick her out with the kids. Like, that's just nonsense. So I gotta find the spot to go, right?
Yep.
I got a mom, I got a father, bro. I got brothers, I got sisters, bro. Like,
bruh. Exactly.
Like, somebody that can hold me down until I get back on my feet, bro. Like, how is it? I just don't understand.
I don't know, bro. You saying the same thing.
I just don't get it, man. I just don't.
If my situation and my wife, I have to get kicked out.
Wow.
My kids are not going to be in no freezing situation. Like,
no. Hell to the no.
Like, my family going to step in. Even my friends, I don't.
Yeah, even my friend, believe it or not, my best friend, that's my brother, man. He would be like, yo, you can stay on this couch for how long you need to, bro.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know, but also, I don't know if they were communicating because, I mean, why wouldn't he step in and say, hey, oh,
he might not have been able to, bro. Like, you know, he probably got other women too, man. Like, you know,
John's right.
John's right. I don't want to think that. Not your kids, bro. Not your kids.
Yo, bro, let me tell you, I put a motherfucker out one time. It was cold, man, real cold. And it was a woman, and she would have had her baby, and she was up in the room with a guy who it wasn't his baby. So I put both there. Well, I put him out, and it was his room. So
yeah, I remember.
Right, and it was cold, man, real cold, and they had nowhere to go, right, and wherever the baby daddy was, who knows? He probably wasn't gonna hang around and be with her because, you know, she wasn't the most attractive woman. And I mean, it's just the way it works.
Yeah, bro.
I'm green. I'm green. I couldn't do that.
Yeah, that's you, bro. But
yeah. I mean,
I knew a dude.
Yeah, like I feel sorry for him, but what are you gonna do?
Fix your mic, bro. Fix your mic. We can't hear you, bro. Fix your mic.
Bro, I knew a dude.
Okay, I can hear you, bro.
Can you hear me, Jungle?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Like I do feel sorry for a lot of them, but what are you gonna do? I mean, I'm in my castle in Alaska, and they're running down the street and wherever in the fuck they're at. You know what I mean? But I can't reach out across America and save them. So we gotta save our own guys. I mean,
this is a family breakdown here. You know, this is nothing the government can resolve here.
Man, I got a friend, man. I got a friend, and this guy has like 5 kids from like 3 different girls. You think this guy has ever seen his kids?
Well, hope so.
Bro.
You gotta take responsibility of your own scheme, bro.
So
you can't be
just like just because you and I and maybe other men in this world that are real men may think the way that we do, doesn't necessarily mean that everybody's going to be that way. A lot of these dudes are just sleeping with these chicks and having kids like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you can save them all.